Merry Christmas!
Well, hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shaylee, and together we are so excited. The atmosphere in the studios tonight is incredible because we have a product that we know for so many has allowed people to achieve their goals. If you're like me, I've spent most of my life trying to diet. I've done the cabbage soup diet where I stunk and I just felt faint. I've done the diets where you just eat cardboard food and it's all the bars. I've done the shake diets. But for me, nothing really worked. You sort of yo-yoed all the time. What you have to discover is what you have to do is to achieve your goals and to perhaps get yourself a little bit healthier, a little bit fitter, is actually at the right balance in life. It's a healthy eating plan.
Yeah, this isn't a diet that we're bringing you tonight. We're bringing you Jane Plan, a healthy eating plan. And that's why we're so excited, because we've got an exclusive deal, a launch offer.
Yeah.
The best savings you've ever seen.
We've ever done with Jane Plan. We've worked with Jane Plan for many, many years. On ITV, it's always been an absolute favourite. It's the best deal, which we will go through in more detail. But what we want you to think about is you achieving your goals. This is where perhaps we're coming up to Christmas and perhaps you think it's the end of the year and yet again I still can't do my laces up. I still struggle getting up the stairs. I'm not running around with the kids and the grandchildren like I'd like to be. I want to make some changes. This is going to be, I truly believe, your first step to getting that balance right, because the portions are right, the calories are right. We put too much on our plates and you'll discover that with Jane Plan. But what we really want you to see is actually how other people have managed to achieve their goals.
What people
with
have
the help of
had
Jane
to
Plan.
say when it comes to Jane Plan. Now, it's very important tonight that you go directly to janeplan.com/TV. Very important, because that'll take you straight through to your exclusive offer. It's right there on the screen.
The QR code.
Yes, there's a QR code.
It's very clever, that.
Very
that
clever.
takes you, because you do need to go to the /TV. That's really important, where you can use that code TV30. So please make sure you do not miss out on getting this incredible deal. We'll tell you more about the deal, but what you need to know is, well, for so many people, Jane Plan has helped them get to where they wanted to be. So take a look at this.
2 stone in weight and 5 inches off my waist. I feel fantastic. My clothes fit more comfortably. I've got so much more energy and I love going for a walk. Jane Plan has changed my life.
I put them in the microwave, 2 minutes, and they're done. The meals are all varied and delicious. I've lost 2 stone 4 pounds. I've still got more to lose, but the current weight loss has made a huge difference to my life.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Jane Plan if you want to lose weight. First, it really works. I've lost 3.5 stone in 5 months. Yes, it's 3.5 stone. 2, all my pre-prepared meals are delivered to my door. So no more big shops. I don't have to count calories and spend hours on food prep. Third, it's really, really good. There's more than 70 dishes to choose from. I would never find the variety if I was to do it myself.
Having lost 2
It really is so exciting. It's so great to have your company. And my goodness, the deal is the best deal we have ever seen. This is actually an ongoing 30% off for as long as you perhaps need it to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
Until you want to cancel it, you can have 30% off every plan.
That's why it's the best deal we've ever done, but it's very important that you use the exclusive code we've got, and if you are on the website, you must go to janeplan.com/TV.
Because our deal is even better than the Black Friday deal, so that's why you've got to go to our page. This will then give you the details as to how to order. It's so easy for you to choose your meal, and this is the lovely thing as well. You can get 30% off every single month on every plan with Jane Plan. Remember, using that exclusive code. Should mention, only for 24 hours. So you want to do this before midnight tonight using that code TV30. And we've given you an example, if you're going for the 8-month plan, that you'll actually just pay $174.30 for all your breakfasts.
28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners, and 28 snacks.
And you get snacks for the entire month. That works out only $6.22 a day. How much do you spend when you stop off at that garage and you get a snack or you get a sandwich, you get a coffee.
In some places, it's just a coffee, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it works out. We take £1 off for your snack, and then your main meals, they work out at £1.74 a meal. It is phenomenal.
And that
but
is
you've
based,
got the choice.
That's based on your 8-month plan, isn't it? There are different plans available, but this 30% discount that we're talking
works
about...
on all of them.
Every plan that's on the website.
And for as long as you wish, which is absolutely incredible. So this is all you need to do, is to get onto the website. You can use the phone lines as well. So there's your website. The most important thing is all the W's, janeplan.com/TV. But we can call as well.
Yeah, you can call 0800 612 9176. That's all you've got to do is call up. Your number will then be registered. They'll capture your number and they'll call you back tomorrow.
Clever.
It means you secure the offer. Remember,
Yes.
it's a 24-hour offer. However, if you are on the website, you must use the code TV30 to get that exclusive discount.
And then on the website, you can choose, and we'll talk you through it. You can choose meals that are already set up for you. So they're set up correctly with the right calories, the right portions. You can have a little look and decide the plan you want to go for. There you've got your women menu, so that you've got the choice already done. You can actually build your own menu. It's all very, very simple. And then when you go through, always put the code in. The most important, there's so much variety, there's so much choice, but you must use the code TV30 at the end.
And you never get bored on this eating plan. Honestly, the food is so tasty.
I think sometimes if you're like me and you've tried every diet and it's just you've always been hungry, this isn't a diet. This is a healthy eating plan. So what you're doing is you're eating properly. You're having your breakfast, you're having your lunch, you're having your dinner. You've got a snack when you want perhaps a Levenses, or perhaps when you're watching the TV at night. It's allowing you to eat as you should, but the right size portions, the right calories on your plate. Our problem, I think, is we put too much onto our plates. And then sometimes you'll miss breakfast and then you'll eat that naughty snack, won't you? As you're driving to work, you'll have that greasy sausage roll or something.
But the great thing about this, for me, is variety of food. You've got soups that taste like they've been made in a restaurant. You've got fabulous snack boxes. The snacks themselves, there's even chocolate included.
And should mention, none of this, because obviously we'll show you how it's delivered in a box, your month's supply. None of it needs to go in the fridge or the freezer. You can actually leave it in the box. I always grab a bag as you go into work, so you could grab a soup to take in for lunch. It's absolutely phenomenal. So excited about this. I know we're going to have a really, really busy night, and this could be, like we saw with all those people that were talking, the testimonials about how Jane Plan had changed their life, they'd achieved their goals. I think so many of you will have very similar stories, because it's just getting things right. It's getting that balance in life.
And we've got more stories to show you and results to show you from people like Suzanne. Suzanne has got a great story. We'll actually be showing you a clip of Suzanne a little bit later on. It is all about that journey, where you want to be.
And I know Suzanne, she's got two young children when she started with Jane Plan, and she didn't want to diet. She didn't want her little girls to see mummy dieting. She wanted her children, her little girls, to see mummy eating healthier. And I know, I was lucky enough to meet Suzanne, and one of the things she was most excited about is she could zip her boots up. She's like, I can wear long boots and I can zip them up. But the most exciting thing tonight is actually we've got Jane with us, which is an absolute delight. And honestly, you are going to be amazed at the delicious food that we're going to produce in the show this evening. Jane, it's so lovely to see you.
I haven't seen you
Mwah.
for so long.
It's been a while.
Very, very
You
well.
look very well.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great to be here.
Now, I think a lot of people will have recognised you on the television adverts, or perhaps in the newspaper, magazines.
Yes.
Jane Plan is so huge. But tell us a little bit about yourself, because some people might look at you and think, well, Jane doesn't need a healthy eating plan. Surely.
Everyone needs a healthy eating plan. Well, I'm a bit like you. You said right at the beginning of the show, you'd tried every diet going, and that actually nothing ever seemed to work.
You just yo-yo.
Exactly, and that was exactly the same with me many, many years ago. And finally, the penny dropped, and I realised that actually dieting wasn't going to work for me, and actually I just needed to eat more healthily, the right food in the right quantities. And that was the kind of beginning of the sort of thought about Jane Plan. But also, I have worked in a hospital hospital for many, many years with people who were really challenged by their health and their weight. And that experience as well fed into the creation of Jane Plan, which is why all the food is delicious, why we offer the free nutritionist support, and why we kind of do it all for you. We want to make eating healthily and losing weight, if that is what your goal is, easier.
Easy.
And when we saw that Suzanne, we've watched her clip and you'll see it a bit later on, she actually said her husband was disappointed when she'd finished Jane Plan, she'd reached and achieved her goal because he enjoyed the food so much as well.
Exactly, I know, exactly. And so she would do the plan as a full-on thing. As you said, she's tried every plan going herself. In fact, a lot of meal delivery services she'd also tried. Eventually she turned to Jane Plan and the rest is history. So 2 stone lighter over sort of a 4, 5, 6 month period. Her husband just having the dinner with her, and this is history.
I think it's just having that helping hand. I think, well, I mean, that's what you get. And remember, it's an ongoing plan. You can choose whether you do a month, whether you do 8 months. The price we're looking at is for your 8-month plan because that's where you get the best savings.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it works out really about £1.74 a meal.
It's unbelievable. I mean, you can't. I certainly in London, you can't buy a cup of coffee for £1.74.
No.
In fact, I can tell you my local coffee shop is £3.60.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about coffee prices quite a lot because I couldn't believe how expensive coffee was. But when you just stop for a sandwich and things, my goodness, the prices are ridiculous.
Yes.
But I want you to see what you eat because I know, because my life has always been dieting, you will see this isn't a diet. We eat really gorgeous food and we have the proper meals a day.
Absolutely. And I think that's really important for helping with hunger, not feeling bored, just balancing out your blood sugar levels and just generally getting the right nutrients into your body at the right times, because often when we're hungry that's where we'll go wrong.
Yes.
So we do a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner and a snack. And in fact, I've got a little day in the life here.
Fabulous. Let's go through it, yeah.
So start your day with breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Ours is, well, this particular one is organic. So we're doing £1.74 a meal and organic in some cases. And
this is one of my favourites, this
yes, a Soil Association organic branberry. It's a bit like, think bran flakes with freeze-dried strawberries.
Nice.
Delicious. I've already made it here with some low-fat yogurt. You could use a coconut yogurt if you're not into dairy. You can use milk. I've got a jug of milk here. I'm going to make up some other cereals later. I've popped a little bit of fruit on the top and it's absolutely delicious.
And the great thing is, if you get home and think, I can't remember, what did Jane say I could do? Could I add yogurt? Could I add milk? It's all in the book that comes alongside it. It gives you how much dairy you can actually put in. It gives you an idea of, you know, what you can add to your meals, your fruit and your vegetables. So it's all there for you. So never think, oh my goodness, I can't remember what she said, well, I was allowed to actually use. It's all there. It explains absolutely everything.
This guide's brilliant. It literally holds your hand through the whole of the plan. And once you get started, again, the variety of food for us is what made it so successful.
Absolutely. In fact, there are almost 80 meals to choose from.
God.
So, yeah, you can choose a
And you get some real favourites, don't you?
You do, absolutely, absolutely. I've got the couscous salad here, actually. I made this one up early. So a little box of gorgeousness can fit in your handbag, in your desk drawer, in your rucksack on the way to the gym, if you're eating lunch on the sofa, and why not? It just you can eat it straight from the pot. In fact, I quite often eat this directly from the pot because it's so easy. Tonight, I've actually just popped it on a little bit of rocket, but you do you. You know, adding in your extras is really important, but it's not a rule.
No, we know our greens are good, 5 a day, but you know a lady that just actually eats the Jane Plan and hardly ever adds anything into it.
Exactly.
So it's entirely up to you, but it's so nice to have a bit of salad, have a bit of veg with it as well. And now the beautifully boxed packaging is fantastic, but it's the date on the packaging that wows me.
It is. Let's have a look at this
It's got
one.
such long use-by dates.
There, I found it. 27th of August, 2025.
And why are the dates so good? Because we don't need to put this in a fridge or a freezer.
No.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really clever.
Well, I think, funny enough, when I say this, sometimes I think the dates actually alarm people.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't do because they're there for everybody's benefit. But the reason we have such long shelf lives is because we want to make life easy and convenient. And we don't want to use up vital space in our fridge and refrigerator. But we also don't want to put any nasty preservatives in. So we do not add any preservatives. But what we do is use a very unusual, very unique cooking method, a little bit like vacuum packing, but not exactly. A little bit like sous vide. Is that anyone's ever heard of that? But not exactly. But it does mean the meals are heated to a high temperature. They're sealed. They're popped in a great big pressure cooker, almost like a kettle actually.
Right.
And they're heated again, and that keeps them fresh for this long period of time.
And it truly does. I've been using Jane Plan for so many years. I should have worked out how many years.
You should have, yeah.
But it's so easy just to leave that in the boot of the car. So if you're package at work, it's there right in the boot of the car. Use spare room in the box still if you want
absolutely.
to. Honestly, it's fantastic.
And the variety of lunches on their own is spectacular. It's not just the snack pots, is it?
Not at all, not at all. We've got our little goodness bowls. This one happens
that
with the smoky
goodness
beef
bowl.
chili. We've got beef burrito. We've got chicken arrabbiata. We've got a range of gorgeous soups. Now, not dried soups.
Your soups are amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, your soups are great.
They're really lovely.
They really remind me of there's a restaurant that we go to that specialises in soups, and the consistency of the soups is gorgeous.
Honestly.
Yes.
We can show you a variety of the lunches right now. Remember, you just choose your plan, whichever plan you want to go for when you go through. You'll get that 30% off, a rolling 30% discount. Look at some of these. I mean, if you've got your favourite, you could choose all the same if you wanted to, couldn't you?
You never get bored. I really do believe because you're eating so well, you haven't got all that time to feel hungry and need those snacks. So you even get snacks included in this as well. But the variety of food is absolutely incredible. That is just your lunches.
Yeah.
So we've had a look at our breakfasts, we've had a look at our lunches. I think we've got things cooking in the oven and the microwave as well. So we'll be showing you some incredible food throughout the show. And then our dinners.
Yes.
And we can have our dinner. If you'd rather have your dinner at lunchtime and then your lunch, your more lighter meal in the evening, you can.
You can absolutely swap it all around. In fact, we have loads of shift workers on Jane Plan, and probably quite a lot of shift workers watching right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can have your dinner at 8 a.m. in the morning if you want to. So you do you. As long as within the 24 hours you're having your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner and a snack, then that's what we want you to do. The dinners are huge in variety. You could have pasta one night, you could have curry another night, you could have a casserole at one night, you could have fish another night. You can cook in the oven, you can cook in the microwave, you can cook in a pan on top of the hob. In fact, I've got something in the oven over here right now. We've got something in the microwave. It's dead easy if you want to make it easy. But if you want to go to town and really sort of prep something in the oven and savour the moment, you can also do that.
And that's why it's just so easy.
Yeah,
the variety is
the
just
preparation,
incredible.
the variety. That's why this healthy eating plan is always so popular. This is our launch offer. It's 30% off all the plans. We'll talk you through that
It's
once
the
again.
most generous offer we've ever done.
It's actually the most generous offer we've ever done as well.
Absolutely. Well, we've worked alongside you for so many years and we've had some incredible deals, but this is the best deal ever. And I think a really good time as well, because if you're thinking you're getting towards the end of the year and yet again you haven't achieved your goals, you're not where you want to be, it's time to start, perhaps get yourself ready to see your relatives at Christmas and feel a little bit healthier.
Exactly. And I think what's really interesting about this deal is it's not a one-off thing. Once you pick your plan tonight, you have fixed your price for life until you finish with that plan for whatever reason. You can also pause your plan. So if you're thinking, right, I'll start now, but you know what? I need to take 10 days off over Christmas. Of course you do. We all do. You can then pause so you don't have to worry about, oh, I've got all that food coming. But then you've had your little kickstart now, back on board in January and off you go. And so it's super, super flexible and super easy. And the longer you take your plan out for, the more economical it becomes.
And the other thing we've got to mention, you can try 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 5 dinners, 5 snacks. Again, we've never done an offer like this before.
And if you're not happy after you've tried those 5 meals, you can actually sort out returning it.
Yes, absolutely. And we even pick it up for you.
It is incredible. Check the terms and conditions, but it is absolutely phenomenal. The food is just delicious, but wait till it arrives because you won't believe it's very exciting when that box arrives. That's your book that gives you loads of details and your guides, and then we've got our breakfast, lunches and dinners in here.
Yes, the boxes are quite big, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're quite big. But they're not branded, though. I think that's quite an important point. So what you're seeing there is all the gorgeous food in the box. I'm actually unpacking it there at great speed. But as you say, you can store in the box if you want to. But the boxes are plain brown, and that's because not everybody wants their neighbours, their work colleagues, their friends to know what they're doing with their, how they're eating. And so they, if you're not home, don't worry. We will leave it on the doorstep for you, so you don't have to panic about will I be in for my delivery. But you also don't have to panic about everyone knowing what you're up to, because it's in a plain brown box.
And we were saying as well, it's all about healthy eating. So I always say this would have been great for my Auntie Cora, who didn't eat very well because she got bored of food, and it would give us so much variety. And I know your dad loves it for not having to go down to the shops for it being delivered to the door.
Exactly. He actually started using Jane Plan in 2020, if anyone can remember what happened in 2020.
Yes.
No one wanted to go to the shops. And he's actually just never gone back to the shops. He just gets his box, he keeps it in the garage, he pops over to the garage, he picks up a bit, because you don't need to freeze or refrigerate. And it's also quite nice for me, it's quite comforting to know that he's not eating something that's out of date.
Yes, absolutely.
And just being in the back of the fridge.
And you know the right nutrition, the right portions, you know what the right goodness in that meal. And of course you can add on your veg, and that little book tells you all of that. Now you do please need to jump on Jane Plan's website, but /TV, add that on to use the code. But you don't have to listen to us.
No.
Listen to people just like yourself at home that have used Jane Plan.
Having lost 2 stone in weight and 5 inches off my waist, I feel fantastic. My clothes fit more comfortably, I've got so much more energy, and I love going for a walk. Jane Plan has changed my life.
I put them in the microwave, 2 minutes, and they're done. The meals are all varied and delicious. I've lost 2 stone 4 pounds. I've still got more to lose, but the current weight loss has made a huge difference to my life.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Jane Plan if you want to lose weight. First, it really works. I've lost 3.5 stone in 5 months. Yes, it's 3.5 stone. 2, all my pre-prepared meals are delivered to my door. So no more big shops. I don't have to count calories and spend hours on food prep. Third is really, really good. There's more than 70 dishes to choose from. I would never find the variety if I was to do it myself.
And perhaps that's you. You've been trying to achieve your goals. You're getting towards the end of the year again, and yet again, you're not where you want to be, and you desperately want to make those changes.
It's about that starting point, isn't it? It's making that first step, and to bring you a nutritional plan. Look in front of us now. This is just an example of 28. Well, it's not even. You can't even fit it all in. 28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners. The snacks are fabulous. You get things like biscuits and chocolate and savoury snacks in there as well. The fact you've got this variety is what makes it such an easy plan.
And the wonderful thing as well with this deal is you can choose everything as well. If you really like the soups, you can just choose soups if you want to. If you really like Italian food, you can go Italian. If you really like, vegetarian food, you can check all of it out on the website. But do remember, you need to go to janeplan.com/TV, and you need to use that code to get the best offer that we have ever known with Jane Plan. Getting 30% off ongoing with Jane Plan for as long as you wish.
It's very important to say that. It's an ongoing reduction, 30% off.
It's a life change, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's getting that balance back in your life. It's getting the right portions on your plate, and it's made so easy with Jane Plan. And for so many people, it has allowed them to get to where they want to be. Feeling they're a little bit fitter, a little bit healthier. They're walking more because they don't feel so sluggish and so slow. It's amazing.
It's all about your personal stories and your results that you'll get with janeplan.com/TV for the offer.
Merry Christmas!
Hello and a very good morning to ITV1 and STV already with us. I'm Hayley Green.
I'm Sean Crawley.
And of course we're ShopOnTV, but tonight you're shopping with janeplan.com/TV because we have got a deal you won't quite believe. If you've spent your life dieting, you've tried I've tried every diet. I did the cabbage soup diet.
You did? That was not nice.
Absolutely stunk. And I think I got a little bit trimmer, but I was very giddy most of the time. And then as soon as I ate normally, everything went back to normal, so there was no change. I've eaten the really tough sort of cardboard bars.
Those
I've had the shakes
Yeah.
and so dull and you're hungry. Diets for a lot of people just don't seem to work. You seem to yo-yo. You never get the balance. And what we've got with Jane Plan, well, it's not actually a diet. This is the great thing.
It's not a diet at all. That's the great thing, as you said, Hayley. It's a healthy eating plan. Now, what you're looking at here is a 28-day plan that's in front of us. You've got breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, all included on the 28-day plan. Now, the details on the screen are about our launch offer. The prices are based on an 8-month plan, but there are various plans for you to choose from when you go to Jane's website. That's very important tonight. It's not our website. You go direct to janeplan.com, and very importantly, you use a / and TV.
And the code. You've got to use the code, which is TV30, before you check out. You can choose what's right for you. You can choose menus that are already set up, so the women's menus, so you've got the right calories, you've got everything sorted out for you, the right nutrition, super tasty meals. You can choose the male menus, or you can choose everything for yourself.
I love this at the top. If you're vegetarian, if you're gluten-free, no dairy.
So you don't have to hunt, it all comes up instantly. That's
everything,
brilliant.
and then you select what meals you want to add. Maybe you've got favourite meals that you want to add more of. And remember, it's breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks.
And the deal is only for 24 hours, so this is a time-limited offer. As yet, this is the only planned-in show with Jane Plan, so this is an offer you can't afford to miss out on. But the other wonderful thing, and when you see this food on plates and when you eat this food and realise how great it is, you will love the fact that you're eating healthily, but it tastes so good and it's nutritious.
And it's not dull.
No.
It's not boring.
And you're eating breakfast, lunch and dinner, and you've got a snack. But the brilliant thing is you can try 5 days worth of food.
And that's 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 5 dinners and 5 snacks. You can check out all the terms and conditions on Jane Plan's website.
If you decide it's not right for you, you can get in touch with Jane Plan. They will actually come and collect it from you. But check out all those details on the website. This is an amazing, amazing food. Fabulous, tasty food, nutritious food. It's food that has the right portions. It's the right calories that helps you get that balance in life. Sometimes, and perhaps you've always failed trying to get that little bit healthier and you're desperate. Next year's the year. Start right now. I know it can be, and you might think, oh, well, you are slim, Hayley. I'm not naturally slim at all. I really struggle getting that balance in life. I make sure that I exercise, I make sure that I eat healthily, but sometimes it's really tricky. And the reason I use Jane Plan is it just makes it so easy. Whilst you're dashing out the door, grab your lunch to take into work.
It's so easy to prepare. It's tasty food. It's not just about what we say, though. It's about people's results when it comes to Jane Plan.
I lost 2 stone in weight and 5 inches off my waist. I feel fantastic. My clothes fit more comfortably. I've got so much more energy and I love going for a walk. Jane Plan has changed my life.
I put them in the microwave, 2 minutes, and they're done. The meals are all varied and delicious. I've lost 2 stone 4 pounds. I've still got more to lose, but the current weight loss has made a huge difference to my life.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Jane Plan if you want to lose weight. First, it really works. I've lost 3.5 stone in 5 months. Yes, it's 3.5 stone. 2, all my pre-prepared meals are delivered to my door. So no more big shops. I don't have to count calories and spend hours on food prep. Third is really, really good. There's more than 70 dishes to choose from. I would never find the variety if I was to do it myself.
Having lost
tasty, nutritious food that have helped people achieve their goals, get to where they want to be. Honestly, Jane Plan is incredible, but actually the deal we've got is super incredible. The best deal we've ever seen.
We've never done a deal like this before, and that's why I think it's going to be so busy. First of all, it's a 24-hour time-limited offer, so if you want to take advantage, well, let's show you what that offer is and how easy it is to get hold of it. It is a launch offer. It's brand new. Remember, like we said, you can try 5 breakfasts, 5 lunch, 5 dinners and 5 snacks, but it's 30% off all plans. Whatever plan you choose, you will get 30% off, but not for 1 month, for the amount of time you continue on the plan.
As many months as you want, as you know, perhaps till you achieve your goal, but actually because you like the food so much and because it is actually so affordable. With that extra 30% off, you can see here, and this is based on an 8-month plan, for a month you'll pay, this is a month for your breakfast, your lunches, your dinners and your snacks. You can add on your vegetables and your salad and bits and pieces and your milk. It's £174.30. That's for all your breakfast, 28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners, 28 snacks for the entire month. It works out at £6.22 a day. How much much do you spend when you go into that garage? How much is a coffee now? And then you get that really greasy sausage roll that you wish you hadn't eaten because you're stuffed for a minute and then you're starving again in an instant. And it works out. What we do is we take £1 off for your snack and then we divide over the 3 meals. £1.74 a meal.
That's brilliant, isn't it? And again, that's based on the 8-month plan. But there are lots of plans available for you to choose.
You choose your plan and you get 30% off every single one.
Ongoing.
All you need to do is jump onto Jane's website and it's janeplan.com/TV. You've got a code that you need to use as well. You see it on our screen, TV30. But you can jump onto the phones as well.
Yeah, if you do want to call, 0800 612 9176 is the phone number, and your phone call will be registered, and they'll call you back later on today.
That's really clever. So if you do want to use the phones, you can. But that's the website. And as you go through, there are actual sort of meals already set up for you if you wish. You can do. A nutritionist has put like a ladies' selection of dinners together and a men's section of dinners together because it's the right calories for a lady, for a man. Or you can actually completely choose your whole menu. But when you put that code in, look at your discount.
An ongoing discount of 30%.
It's the most generous offer we've ever done.
Well,
with
it's
Jane
even
Plan.
better than the Jane Plan Black Friday
And it's
deal.
exclusive to our ITV and STV viewers. So honestly, you need that code. You need to get onto that website. And it's all about achieving your goals. Are you struggling to do your laces up? Do you struggle with the stairs? Do you wish you could run round with the kids just a little bit more? Obviously, results vary.
Yeah.
But the great thing is, I think because we get the balance right, Jane Plan actually makes us realise that actually we've been eating too much.
It plants that seed, doesn't it? It helps you with portion control. And this is about tasty food. Let's take a look at some pictures. We want to show you some people's journeys, as we said. Suzanne, that we see here, we know Suzanne, we've worked with her in the past. It was all about getting into that blue dress, wasn't it?
Bless her. When she went to the shop, the lady said she was looking at the dresses and she says, why are you looking at those sizes? That's not your size. She hadn't realised how she really had achieved her goal and she could get into the dress size that she wanted to. I actually met Suzanne a few years ago, and one of the most exciting things for her was the fact that she managed to be able to do long boots up. She was like, last I can wear long boots, and it was their biggest thrill. And then we've got Anne as well. Now, Anne, and we've got Jane with us, so I'm going to bring in Jane and then we'll introduce you to Jane. Tell us a little bit about Anne, if you would, because I know you know all these people individually.
Yes, so Anne was in the police force. She lives in County Durham, and actually that before picture, where she's 2 stone heavier, was actually at a police awards dinner. Anyway, she retired and she thought, you know what I want to do? I want to do some cycling. I live in this beautiful countryside. And she told me this hilarious story. I said, why did you want to lose weight? She said, well, because my bum was too big for the bicycle saddle. I was like, oh, okay, Anne.
And the great thing is, over 4 months, she achieved her goal, which is incredible.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
Anne's story. All these people have got personal stories and personal goals to achieve. But remember, this is a 24-hour offer. Now, look at Harry. Harry's very happy.
Oh, my gosh, Harry is very happy. In fact, I was just with Harry about 4 weeks ago because she's going to be in our next TV ad.
Oh, fabulous.
I know, and she is amazing. So Harry, actually, fun enough, was also a police officer, but that's not that normal.
Just a coincidence.
We don't only have police officers. She's no longer a police officer either. But you can see a huge difference. Harry lost 3 stone in just 6 months, and she wanted to lose weight for her 50th birthday. She bought this Marilyn Monroe dress that she wanted to wear, and she actually invited me to her birthday party.
Oh, how fabulous.
I know.
And she looks, I mean, you can see the confidence it's given her.
Yes.
To me, she looks younger. Obviously, I'm not guaranteeing that will happen, but she's she's alive, isn't she?
She really is, and she's full of energy.
She's
and
restarted a lot, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other great thing is, it's obviously not just for the ladies, it's for the men as well. We've got Ben here.
Ben's looking good.
Ben, I love Ben. Ben lives in Cornwall. He's a real family man. He's got 2 little girls. Ben lost just over a stone. And what with Ben is quite an interesting story, actually, because quite often men come to us with a lot of weight to lose, often following maybe some advice they've had about losing weight. But that that's not Ben's story. Ben actually just thought he had a bit of a tum-tum, bit too much
Bless
beer
him.
in those Cornish pubs. So he thought, I'm going to do Jane Plan, got rid of his tum-tum, and now he's racing around the tennis court. But he does still enjoy his beer.
Oh, fabulous.
I should hope
I wonder
so.
if he's surfing down in
It's all about the balance.
Yeah.
Now we've got to introduce
It is. It's getting the
lady.
balance. It's getting the the right food into your body, and we've got the lady that's going to help you do exactly that, which is of course Jane.
Jane from Jane Plan.
hello, hello.
Now people at home will probably recognise you because you have a lot of mainstream TV ads.
Yes,
don't you?
we do. And yes, well, gosh, Jane Plan started in 2010, which is pretty scary.
Isn't
It just shows how old I really
You're
am.
very old. Very
I've
old.
been with you, I think, for all
I
the
know,
time.
I was about to say. Exactly.
Now, when people look at, well, both of you actually, they probably think, well, you don't need any help on your
Yes.
journey, but you both, I know you both have got personal stories in
Yeah,
relation
well,
to it.
absolutely. Well, you mentioned right at the beginning of the show that you'd done every diet going, me too, and
Yeah.
I've also done the cabbage soup diet. And I just struggled with my weight for so many years, and this was actually quite a long time ago. So I'm living proof that when you do find a solution, it's not a case of lose it and put it back on again. It's lose it and keep it off.
It's life change, isn't it?
Life
Whereas
change.
diets are yo-yo, this is a healthy eating plan that
Exactly.
becomes part of your everyday.
Exactly. And when I realised that diets weren't working for me anyway, I put myself in effect on my own healthy eating plan. And the sort of idea of Jane Plan was born then, all those years ago. And that was like, gosh, that was back in the 1990s. I didn't start Jane Plan until 2010. But I also had worked in a hospital for many years with people really struggling with their weight and their health. And just listening to their stories and things that they were telling me made me realise what people needed was good, wholesome, healthy food in the right portions, at the right calories, at the right intervals during the day. But they also need support. Don't go it alone. We have a whole team of nutritionists.
And that's
And
the
you,
great
and you
thing,
truly
yeah.
do, don't you? And have
Yes.
Facebook pages, and
Yes.
there's loads of people to contact.
I was looking
if
at
you're
your
just
YouTube
thinking,
channel.
yeah.
There's some great advice on there.
Exactly,
Which is
exactly.
wonderful.
And when you call Jane Plan, because I know sometimes we live in such a digital world now, and sometimes it's just nice to talk to someone.
Yeah.
If you call Jane Plan, you can speak to a fully qualified, accredited nutritionist,
Amazing.
registered nutritionist who can give you the advice you need. Tea, coffee, alcohol, orange juice. Lots of people ask about alcohol.
You're
in it.
not on your own. Absolutely, you're going to book with all the ideas of what you can add in as well, and what you should be sort of drinking alongside your Jane Plan. But it's getting the right balance in life. It's getting the right portions. It's getting the right calories, and it's difficult to do yourself.
Yeah.
Looking at things and weighing things.
Oh,
Jane,
impossible.
you've done all the hard work
Yes.
for us, which is brilliant.
Yeah, making
such
it
a
easy.
tasty way.
We'll talk about lots of stories, lots of people's journeys. Obviously, individual results will always vary, but we're going to talk about the day in a life, if you like,
Yes,
with the
absolutely.
food that's involved. Because for both of us, actually, it was the variety of food that just made it easy to follow
Yeah,
the plan.
I know, exactly, because you don't get bored. And that's sometimes you do a diet, it is a bit boring,
Yeah.
but this is a healthy
And you don't
eating
miss
plan.
a meal, because sometimes you think, oh, if I don't have breakfast, that's good, and I just have it. And
Yes.
it's not good, because then you're hungry and then you have something bad about
Yes,
11 o'clock.
exactly.
So I feel I eat better on Jane Plan, because I do have a breakfast, a lunch,
It's
a
all
dinner,
planned
out,
and a
yeah.
snack.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it gives you the confidence to eat well as well.
Yes, so
'Cause
true.
You're not worrying. Like,
Yeah.
is this
Yes,
okay?
it's exactly that,
Yes,
yeah.
that's absolutely right. So start your day with breakfast. I know that a lot of shift workers are watching right now, so you could also finish your day with breakfast if you like. I've made this one up in advance. There's some low-fat yogurt here. Of course, you could use a coconut yogurt or a soy yogurt or a almond yogurt,
So you
whatever
can
fancy.
add things in, Jane, can't you?
Absolutely can add things in. In fact, we positively encourage you to. It's not compulsory, but we do like it. We like you to. Now, you could have used milk. I'm going to make some other breakfast later in the show. This is the organic. So the price today is
love this one.
$1.74 a meal.
Yep.
And not all the meals are organic, but this one is organic. It's a Branbury with freeze-dried strawberries in. I've added it there, and I've got some berries in there. And just to show you how easy it is to make your breakfast, here's it's a bit like Blue Peter, this. Here's what I made earlier. I've already put my low-fat yogurt in there. It's about 3 tablespoons. This is the pecan and maple granola. I'm just going to literally pour it on top. I've got a few little berries to add here, I know. So if you're in a rush in the mornings, like I am,
Always.
you really don't need to worry about time, and you can just literally eat and go. Now, that's quite a fancy one. You could have that on a Sunday morning, but, you can just slosh on a bit of milk if you
Yeah.
want.
Or what do we often do?
Yeah, do we...
Eat out of the
Eat
packet.
it out of the packet. You think I just haven't got time, but I'll eat it out of the packet because it's so tasty on its own.
So
but if you do get home and think I can't remember what I can add in, it's all in the book. So you get the book alongside it, and it'll tell you what you can add in. So the dairy you can add in, what you should be drinking. Tells you about adding in the fruit and veg as well, and the salads. Then it gives you all the extra calorie guides and to give you an idea of what you can add, because you can add in as we go through the meals. You'll see that we've added a bit of salad, we've added a bit of veg, we've added a bit of you can, which is fabulous.
Now, that's just one of the breakfasts.
Yeah, there's so much choice.
It's variety again.
It is.
When it comes to every meal.
Exactly. We've got mueslis, we've got granolas, we've got different types of porridges, we've got breakfasts that are gluten-free. We've actually also got a breakfast bar.
Great.
Yes, I know.
Oh, that's new.
Yes, if you're really, really, really busy, a breakfast bar is a
that's
fantastic
great.
option. It's a honey bar, it's a honey and oat bar, and it's made for us in Scotland.
So you could eat that on the tube going into work, you could eat that in the taxi going into work.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
Exactly. We're very careful about the sugars we put into our breakfast, because how often do you go to the supermarket, buy an expensive, beautifully designed box of muesli, get it home full of sugar, full of salt, full of
all those red
sorts.
marks on the front.
I
know.
thought that I ate really healthily having breakfast until they brought those red marks out. And then you think, oh, my goodness, that's not a healthy breakfast at all.
Absolutely.
So you don't add in any nasty sugars, any extra nasty sugars?
No, not at all. We also have a low sugar breakfast. We have a high protein breakfast.
Brilliant.
So we've got a huge, huge, huge variety. But breakfast will keep you feeling full through lunchtime, because we've got plenty of fibre and we've got all the right balance there. But just in case it doesn't, we do like the odd snack.
We do.
We've got some nuts and seeds here with some dried fruits. We've got the cheesy straws. They're really good in the evening, actually.
You're watching a movie or something.
Exactly. There's a luxury chocolate
We love
bar.
Your
Sean
chocolate.
loves chocolate. Loves your
yes,
chocolate.
that's
Well,
very
it's that
good.
dark, rich chocolate,
It is,
isn't it?
exactly. And it's so rich, this one. It has no dairy in at all. There's a lovely shortbread here, which is made in farmhouse biscuits in Lancashire, which has got a little bit of chocolate on as well.
Lovely.
Gluten-free cookies. This is a lemon cookie. There's the vanilla, there's the ginger, there's barbecue curly corn chips, there's almonds.
Who would think in a healthy
know.
eating plan you've got such a variety of snacks? Take a look. You can either go for the meals that are already set up, or you can choose everything. So you can choose your snacks. Our producer's going, if you like shortbread, you can have 28 shortbread.
can.
Well, you can. It's entirely up to you.
Now,
If you choose it
you do
yourself.
have different options, remember. You've got the nutritional's choice.
Yes, so we've got the nutritionists who've picked a menu for you, a man's and a woman's.
You see, I'd do that because I know you've sorted out the right calories, and there's be a real good variety of food.
Huge variety, and if you want a nice, quick, easy way, because you want to get the offer tonight, you want to go to bed or whatever it's going to be, go for that, because you can edit your meal choices after you've checked out.
Oh, fabulous. So if you want to go back and think, well, actually, I won't have that meal, I can swap it for another.
Exactly.
Brilliant. We absolutely... Remember, don't forget to put the code in.
Oh, yes.
It's TV30. You must put that code in to get the best offer we've ever had.
Yes.
Very important. I mean, that's an exclusive code for us, TV30,
Yes,
and
it
it gives
is.
us 30% off, but not just on the first time we buy the plan.
Yes.
It's rolling, isn't it?
It is. It's basically, you've secured it for life, for the lifetime of the plan. So you just
Fabulous.
keep going. So even if you only order a 1 month plan tonight, but you decide to keep your plan going, it will still apply every single month.
Fabulous.
The very best one is the longer plans, of course, the 8 month plans. It's our best seller by miles.
That's the one you've got the details on the screen for
Yes.
you,
Yes.
and it's a great plan to go for.
It is, and actually the three ladies we saw at the beginning, Debbie, Michelle and Alison, all did the 8 month plan.
Fabulous.
Yes, exactly.
It's a life change, and honestly, once you taste the food, you'll want to keep eating Jane Plan. So we've had a breakfast, we've had a look at those amazing snacks on a healthy eating plan. Let's look at the lunches, because your lunch variety is fantastic.
It is. Now, I've pre-prepared this couscous salad. It's super convenient, super easy. There's also a whole grain salad, a 3-bean salad, there's tuna salads, there's a salmon salad. I love these because I often eat them out the pot.
Yep.
They're super convenient.
Taking to work,
Take to
throw in
work,
your handbag,
all the rest
having
of
the
it.
boot of the car, so when you're peckish, it's right there. How often do you buy a big sandwich at lunchtime, and then when you look at the calories, think, oh, my goodness,
Yes,
it's got nearly
exactly.
1,000 calories for a sandwich.
I know.
And you're sort of stuffed and feel sick for a moment, and then you're
Yes.
starving
And then
again
you're
afterwards.
hungry again.
Because it's not the right nutrition, it's not the right balance.
Exactly, and also you feel a bit bloated
Bloated.
after a sandwich, and maybe it's not the highest quality bread. And also, Actually, I haven't bought a supermarket meal deal for a while, but I do hear people in my office talking about them, and I think they're now over £5.
I think they're about your day's meal price.
I know,
You
but the meal price is £6.
£6.22.
£6.22. That's unbelievable.
Honestly, the deal you're seeing on your screen, which is the 8-month plan, and you can go for whatever option you want, but it works out for that deal £6.22 a day for all your breakfasts, all your lunches, all your dinners, all your snacks for 28 days.
I know. It's
And then
unbelievable.
when you work it out per meal, we take £1 off for your snack just to average it out. And then, of course, we divide it over the 3 meals. It's £1.74 a meal.
It is. I know. I know.
Brilliant.
What can you get for £1.74?
Well, I don't even think you can buy a bottle of water, actually.
You're right, in London, definitely.
And that's your meal. That could be a lasagna, that could be a cottage pie, that could be, honestly, the variety.
It's
and
huge.
Honestly, the most amazing foods. So what's just come out of the
Oh, right,
microwave?
sorry, I was just checking my oven then. So, this is a couscous salad. So we have a range of cold lunches. We have a range of soups. I'm going to cook a soup later. This is the smoky bean chili pot. So I haven't made that one up. That one's just there as an example, so you can see what it's going to look like when you get it out of your box. I pop this in the microwave for about 2.5 minutes. It's steaming hot. Now, of course, beans, packed full of fibre,
amazing.
packed full of protein. It's one of our best sellers. But
And have
please,
you added some sweet corn into that?
I popped a little bit of sweet corn on the top just because
Lovely.
that's just my personal choice. I just
And you
really
can,
like
and the
it.
book will explain how you can add those bits and pieces in as well.
Absolutely. I've put half an avocado there on the side. That's obviously something that I've added. Now, I quite like spicy food, so you could add a little bit of extra chilli if you want. You might not want to. You could do a squeeze of lime. I thought the lime was nice because I put some avocado there.
Lovely, yeah.
But of course, if you don't like spicy food, this is not that spicy. But you can also cool things down with a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of yogurt, whatever it is.
Or you could just eat it out of the pot.
Yeah.
Perhaps you're at work,
Actually,
perhaps
you
you don't
know
want to
what?
dirty your dish.
You could just,
Eat it
you
straight
could
out
just
the
eat
pot.
it straight out
Honestly,
of the pot.
no washing up then,
No.
which is fantastic.
I know.
But I mean, that looks amazing. Doesn't that look better than a big heavy sandwich?
I'm just going to lift it up.
I was going to eat it.
You can eat it.
look at
Absolutely, go ahead.
It's still smoking. Ooh.
Oh, I love that. It's one of my favourites.
It's really delicious, really delicious.
This is the great thing about Jane Plan. You don't get bored with the food.
No.
Because you've got a massive variety.
You won't believe the variety, and you won't believe what you're eating in a day.
And
I
the
don't
taste,
think.
everything's so
So good.
tasty. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner,
We
snacks.
love the
you get it
soups,
all.
and we will be seeing a soup, but the soups are restaurant quality.
Yeah, I say
They
so.
really
Because so
are.
often if you do have a soup in like a diet, the great thing is this isn't a diet, this is a healthy eating plan. You just add water to a powder and it's like a bit of
I know,
nothing.
and then you're whisking, aren't you? Whisking for hours.
And
it's
nothing-
still
and nothing's happening, is
I know,
it?
it's
Whereas
terrible.
these are restaurant quality soups
really
as well.
delicious, really
I'm having a little look at everything. That is your month's supply, your 28
Yeah,
days.
28 days in a month's
you
supply,
choose.
remember. Yeah, you can choose either the nutritional choices where everything's chosen for you, or you can exactly choose what you want. So if you do have dietary requirements, you can even click on the vegan section. It brings up all the vegan meals. If you're gluten-free, it brings up all the gluten-free meals. It's so easy to do.
Jane's just made it so simple to allow you to get a healthy eating plan into your life. I think sometimes you just discover when you start Jane Plan that you've just been eating too big of portions. You've just been eating the wrong food, too much of certain things. And Jane has just made it so simple, and it's all right there for you. The website is beautiful because it's so easy to follow as well.
It's really easy to follow. The quick solution tonight is to choose the nutritionist pick.
Yeah, I do
men's
that.
or women's.
Yeah.
It gives you the huge variety of food, and that's the one we've got there on.
I think it gets you to try everything,
Yeah,
and then in the
exactly.
future you can have your favourites and think, well, I'll have more of that actually because I really liked that. Yeah.
Exactly. And also, even if you choose the nutritionist pick, you can still edit your meals after checkout. But if you've got dietary requirements, or you already know you love your pasta or you love your curries, then you can also build your own menu. It takes a little bit longer, but not that long.
No.
But, you know,
That'd be quite fun, though, choosing your own.
It's all so fun.
It's like shopping from home, isn't it? Then it all gets delivered to your door, and you have to go. I don't have to go into that supermarket. All just arrives. How great is that? And none of it, and we will explain this in a moment, has to go into a fridge or a freezer, so you can store it in the box it comes in if you like. Don't forget though, you do need to use the code. You do need to go onto Jane Plan's website, janeplan.com/TV, or you can ring and it will actually just pick up your number, and one of your team members will ring back tomorrow.
What will happen? I'm just going to serve this lasagna.
Pop down the lasagna.
So I've actually done these in an oven, but there's plenty of meals. They actually do beautifully in a microwave as well. There are two here because we've got a veggie and we've got a meat, and I've just dropped the pasta bolognese in the bolognese.
Now, what have we added to these? Anything, Jane?
So I've popped a little bit of a low-fat mozzarella on the top
Lovely.
there.
Great.
You don't have to.
We always do that.
Yeah,
I think
we do.
It just adds. But again, it explains all of that in the book.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. I don't know
beautiful.
if anyone wants to dig in. I've got a
Yes.
spare knife and fork there.
Obviously.
And I've got a knife and fork for myself.
Oh.
So it's a bit of a lucky dip because I actually don't know which is meat and which is veggie.
Oh, well,
So,
we'll
I
dive
also
in.
put a little bit of vegetables at the end there, mainly because these oven-proof dishes that I bought from my home are a little bit too big for the lasagna. So the Jane Plan lasagna you're going to get goes to there, basically. And then there's a few little roasted veggies on the end, but I'm going to have a little look. And, oh, I think I've got...
I think you're veggie.
Am I veggie and
Yeah,
you're meat?
I'm meat.
But it's steaming hot. It's gorgeous.
So good.
Cooked in the microwave for 3 minutes, cooked in the oven for 20 minutes. Someone was telling me you can actually cook them in an air fryer, but I don't know how to do that, so I don't want to...
No.
I don't want to look like the only person in the UK who doesn't have an air fryer.
20 degrees off 20 minutes, the 20% off the
Yeah.
time. That's what I normally do.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, so yeah,
Ah.
air fryers are amazing.
Yes.
So yeah,
Wow.
my mum does all her meals and
She does
even
now,
the
yeah.
ready meals and things in
Yeah.
the air fryer. Absolutely
Really?
loves
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And with the
my mum
lasagna, oh.
never likes change, but it's just so easy. So
Yeah.
yeah, however you normally cook, microwave, oven, air fryer, which is
Now,
fabulous.
we've had a fabulous email from Anne. If you do want to email in, studio@shopontv.co.uk. Thank you so much, Anne. Anne's had Jane Plan in the
Oh,
past.
fabulous.
But she wants to be bespoke now. She wants just her own choice,
Oh,
if you like.
yes.
And now you can, Anne.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
brilliant.
great, isn't it?
Should we show Anne, actually, the journey when you go through to create
yes.
your own menu? It's this simple, isn't it? Go to create your own.
Yes.
And then you decide what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Just click the add meal button,
Yeah.
and then a number will come up. And if, let's say there's the mellow chicken tikka masala, that's one there. But if you want 5 of them, you just keep pressing the plus.
And you could have 28 of them
You
if
could
you
have
like.
28
You
chicken masala if
but
you want.
honestly, look at everything because there's such variety.
Yes,
I would
absolutely.
try a real variety for the first time, and then you can pick.
Then you've got your
favourites.
favourites.
Exactly. And when you get to the 28 dinners, you do your 28 lunches, your breakfast, your snacks. You click confirm
that.
menu in the top right-hand corner. It won't work until you've made your 28, so you won't make any mistakes.
Okay.
You won't end up with just 3. You won't get your box and think,
Brilliant,
oh, why did I only get
brilliant.
3 lunches
Excellent.
or whatever. And then you simply go through to the checkout. Don't forget TV30.
Yes.
And if you do end up on the main Jane Plan website, maybe just Google Jane Plan because you've forgotten that it's janeplan.com/TV. Don't worry, the code still works on the main website.
And our deal's better, isn't it,
Yes,
than the Black
I know,
Friday
'cause
deal
you
that
will
you've got.
see the Black Friday
Yes.
deal, and you might be tempted to go for it. But remember, the Black Friday deal is on the 4, 6, and 8 month plans. The deal we have tonight is on
Any plan.
every plan for every month. The Black Friday deal is just for the first month.
And you were telling me earlier about the meal choices. If when you go to your next month's plan, you can go into your account and change those.
You can change your meals every single month, absolutely. And even if you purchase tonight and then wake up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and think, you know what, I think I might not have the lasagna after all, I'll have the cottage pie, you can still do it.
Fabulous.
Brilliant.
Yes, exactly.
And then everything that we're seeing, again, doesn't need to go in the fridge or the freezer.
No.
And we'll explain that in a bit as well. But it's all about people achieving their goals. It's all about personal stories, really, Jane Plan, I think.
It definitely is. And we're going to share one of those stories with you right now. Take a look at this.
My name's Suzanne Dibble. I'm 42. I know I don't look it, and have 2 small girls. And I'm also an incredibly busy businesswoman. I run 4 businesses. I had one thing in my life that I needed to change. You know, I'd read all the great testimonials about the success stories, and having tried and failed many times by myself, and I'm a high-achieving A-type personality, but weight loss just had, it had won basically. And I decided, right, this was it. I'd read all the, I really loved the idea of Jane Plan, and I thought, right, this is it. This time I'm going to succeed, and I'm very pleased to say that I did. Where I always fell down was in the preparation side of things. I'd come down after a busy day at work, I'd put the kids to bed, it's 7, half 7, and you think, what shall I have to eat? You look in the cupboard, you realise you've not actually done the shopping that week, and there's some frozen foods that aren't the healthiest, and you grab those. And for me, probably the thing about Jane Plan that allowed me to stay on track and that in my mind makes it so superior to the other offerings out there is the fact that they deliver 30 days of the food in advance. I came downstairs at 7 o'clock, I looked down my menu and I was thinking, oh, well, shall I have chili con carne or Thai curry or, you know, whatever delicious offering it was. And it was that flexibility of being able to decide what I felt like eating at that time with the ease of actually just going in the cupboard, picking it out, warming it up and steaming a big plate of veggies that made it so easy and is what kept me on track. You know, I was on the plan for 4 months. And I honestly cannot remember, other than those first 3 days, a time when I was hungry. In fact, I'd say I was probably, you know, over full at times because I used to do a big plate of steamed veggies with it. Jane Plan also let you do a extra portion for your husband. So evening meal for the husband at a really reasonable price. And my husband loved it. I mean, I don't know what this says about my cooking, but when I ended Jane Plan, he was actually very disappointed.
That's great.
I love that.
That'd be you.
Would be me, yeah. Can we go back on the Jane Plan?
Because the food tastes so good.
I know, it's so funny that she does finish saying, you know, my husband loved Jane Plan. He didn't actually do Jane Plan with her all the time. He just did the dinners. And
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's an option on the website, so when you've chosen your main plan, you can add in your partner meals. And if you forget today, you can come back and add them in at another point.
Brilliant.
But yes, Suzanne's story is lovely because she's wearing that really beautiful blue dress. And she bought that dress with her mum, actually, as a birthday present. And she went into the shop and said, oh, I'm looking for something. But she was looking in a larger size section. And the shop assistant had to come over and say, madam, you're in the wrong place. You're a size 10. And she is there, a size 10.
How fabulous.
And she started Jane Plan a size 14.
Wow.
So she went down 2 dress sizes, which was pretty amazing. The other thing I like about Suzanne's story is it's very relatable. She's a really busy woman. I think a lot of people watching tonight know what that feels like. She's got 2 little girls. She also runs her own business and she's a lawyer. So she's got a lot going on, Suzanne. Okay. And she chose Jane Plan because she needed something that was very easy, very convenient, but also health was very important to her because she's got 2 little girls and she did not want her little girls to think mummy's on a diet.
Right.
She wanted her little girls to think mum's doing something really good for herself. She's investing in herself and her health.
She's eating healthily.
She's eating healthy, and that's why she chose Jane Plan.
And it was a life change for her. So over the right period of time, you know, she's managed to lose weight, and obviously results will vary for people. But it's just getting that healthy eating plan into your everyday. And I think sometimes you discover that you've just been serving yourself too big a portion.
Yeah.
You've just been eating the wrong foods. I met Suzanne. She came into the
Yes,
studio one day, didn't she? And the thing that I always remember about her, as she was coming to come on air, I was talking to her. She says, oh, do you know the best thing? She said, I actually could buy a pair of long boots and they'd zip up.
I know.
And that was she was like, it's fantastic. And I think for so many, what's your goal? Do you want to be able to bend down and do your shoelaces up? Do you want to be able to walk a little bit further? Do you want to be able to run around with the kids? It's all getting that healthy balance in your life, isn't it?
It is, and maybe you want to hit a goal before Christmas, or maybe you want to get going. Because I think there's something slightly odd about always saying, I'm going to do it on the 1st of Jan.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Exactly.
I think it's a good time now because perhaps you're seeing family members you haven't seen for a year at Christmas. Can you imagine feeling a little bit more confident about yourself?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And lots of photos, of course, are taken at Christmas and all the rest of it. But I think there's something about getting going now.
Yeah.
Well, there's obviously partly this incredible price. Lucky our finance director will be in bed.
That's
He's
good.
not going to know, is he?
We were like that when we thought, wow.
I know. He's probably
the best deal we've ever seen with Jane Plan.
Exactly. So
Now, remember, you've got to use that code I was going to say.
Yes,
it's very
TV30.
important.
Yeah.
If you go to the website, janeplan.com/TV, and then use the code TV30.
Because it's exclusive to us, to ITV1 and
Yes.
STV. So you need to use the code and go to /TV on the Jane Plan.
Now, we just had an email from Carol. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Again, this is something that we did cover because I love the fact that if you go for the bespoke plan, we were saying, Jane, you can change your meal plans every month, can't you? Your meal choices.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can add in things that you like more. You can get rid of things if you weren't quite sure about them. You could be saying, oh, well, I actually, you know what, I'm a taxi driver and I've just realised what I need is loads more cold meals.
Yes.
Or you could...
Like the salads and stuff, yeah.
Or you could be thinking, well, actually, I'd like to get some partner meals for my husband or my wife.
Or you might think it's really chilly, actually. I'm going to have more soups for lunch. So you can chop and change. But I think they're really nice where it's the nutritionist has already chosen, because I think it makes you try a lot of different things, because I think sometimes...
Especially the first time.
Some things you will wish you tried, because they all taste so good.
Yeah.
This is where you need to put your code. Don't forget to do that, because of course that allows you to get the best ever deal we've actually done. TV 30.
Yes.
It'll take 30% off every plan that you go for, whichever plan you choose, but ongoing.
Every single month. Every single month.
So if you keep going, we keep getting that 30% off. Never known.
Exactly. And I know what I feel like every time I go to the supermarket. Everything seems to be every week.
Higher.
A little bit more.
My mum's like that. She's like, that's gone up another £1.
Your mum puts
That's
it
gone
back,
up 50p.
I
And she
know.
won't buy things now because things have gone. So even I always say for my Auntie Cora, you said your dad uses Jane Plan.
Exactly.
If you have got any, my Auntie Cora, she was so bored of ready meals, and you've got such variety. This would have been brilliant and so easy for her.
Exactly.
And we would have known she was getting the right nutrition, and
I know.
that you know your knowledge has gone into these meals, because sometimes you get a ready meal and it's not so healthy for you as you imagine it to be.
Exactly. And also I think, I mean, we're talking a lot about eating healthily, which is what the basic premise of Jane Plan. However, we do have a huge number of people who probably don't want to go to the shops, or maybe the cold, it snowed earlier this week, maybe the local bus service isn't running anymore, or you don't want to get the car out because it's snowing and the weather's inclement, or actually just really sick to death of the prices going up all the time. But maybe it's someone you know, maybe it's your granny, your great granny, your aunt, your next door neighbour, and maybe it's someone who's elderly or someone who can't leave the house. And healthy eating is important to them, but actually having something delivered to the door is even more important.
Yeah, that's very true.
So so don't...
Best of all worlds, really.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
so
storage-wise, this is the other brilliant thing.
Yes, it really is.
You don't have to worry about the fridge or the freezer, do you, Jane?
You really don't. Sorry about that classic, guys. You don't. So I've got the pasta bolognese here. I'm desperately oh, there it is. Right, this is the sell-by date or the use-by date, the best before date. Let's get me technical.
Yeah.
The best before date, 27th of August, 2025.
Brilliant.
Yes. So sometimes I worry though. I worry that people see that and they go, oh yes.
I think there's loads of preservatives. How come it lasts so well?
Exactly. So this is how it lasts so well. It's because of our unique cooking methods. So we'll make our pasta bolognese. This one is actually still sealed. So we'll saute the onions and the garlic and the tomatoes and the minced beef, and we'll cook the pasta. Then we mix it all together and we pop it in this little pot, and then we immerse the pot in a great big pressure cooker while it's sealed. So we put the seal on, immerse it in the pressure cooker, and it's then reheated, and that's how it stays fresh. It's a bit like vacuum packing, but not exactly.
Right.
It's a bit like sous vide, but not exactly. But we don't put any nasty preservatives in.
Brilliant.
It's just the process of the cooking, which is a very natural process, and the same process actually they use for baby food, although our food's not pureed, obviously.
Right.
Yes,
Okay, that makes,
because it's so healthy, and because you don't need to put nasty things in, and because it actually really enhances the flavour and helps save the nutrients, and that's why we use it. So
now we are going to show unboxing. Can we just get this meal out? I know we've got a meal ready here, and it's really nice for you to see that how you cook the food. So it's so quick in a microwave, but we can put it into ovens if you want to as well. But the microwave, you can do this at work,
super quick. This is the chicken tikka masala.
Oh,
I've got a little bit of carrot here, a little bit of, actually, you know what? I don't know what that was. I just bought, I bought one of those ready packs of veggies. Because they're so easy to use. And I don't know
like a red spring onion.
I don't know what it is, but I thought that's pretty. I'll have that with the chicken tikka masala.
Well, if anybody knows, do email in.
Yes,
so we can add it in our vegetables. We can add it in salad.
Absolutely.
We can use yogurt with our actual breakfasts and things, and you do get a lovely sort of get your getting started guide in with your.
This is great. Yeah.
Actual.
Oh yes, that's very useful.
Fabulous. plan that you order, whichever plan you go for, this will come. And this tells you about getting started. It tells you how much dairy you can use, what you know, what's ideal to drink. It says you can add your veggies and your salads and things. It's all there right for you. And then it gives you an idea as well of extra calories and things. But Jane's still serving.
I was going to say,
Yes,
all that talking.
It hasn't stopped whilst I've been showing you that. It's still serving.
They're like Mary Poppins handbag, aren't they?
It is. There's so much.
Just go on forever. You know what? I was actually going to add some frozen peas to the chicken tikka masala, but I'm not sure.
Not much room.
I don't have any room on the plate. I'll have to get a little tiny spoon out. We'll add a few peas.
Don't leave them out.
No,
Absolutely
exactly.
Fabulous.
And all these were just frozen peas. And I say, I went to the supermarket and I bought a little pre-prepared pack of
Lovely.
veggies. And I love this chicken
Do you
tikka
want to
masala.
try
It's
this one?
my
I'll try this one,
absolute-
yeah.
This is one of my
My
favourites.
My favourites.
And who would think on a healthy eating plan you could have chicken tikka masala? So
I
if you normally have a takeaway night, this can be your takeaway,
Absolutely,
can't it?
absolutely. It comes with the rice, of course. It's done in the microwave just in 2 to 3 minutes.
Lovely, isn't it?
Really delicious, really authentic, but not like, you know, sometimes you pick up a takeaway, maybe the bag that it comes in is a bit greasy, or you
Oil.
open up the top and it's a bit vibrantly orange.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
There's usually like a real sort of oily bit that's really bright.
Exactly, but there are no artificial colours, flavourings, anything like that. We're very careful about fats, obviously. Fat's an important part of a healthy diet, of course, but we're very careful how much.
Getting the balance right, and you do all that hard work for us. That's an idea of a 28-day plan. That's your month plan. You've got an idea of the price as well there on your screen. That is for an 8-month plan, but remember, you must use that code TV30 to get 30% off.
Yep.
Every single
a
plan that
rolling
you
discount.
choose.
Now, when it does arrive, this is the other great thing, Jane. The unboxing of this, you don't have to put it in a fridge or a freezer, do you?
No, not at all. Nothing needs to go in the fridge or the freezer. It will all sit in your store cupboard. You can keep it in the box if you fancy. You can keep it in the
boot of the car.
Boot of the car.
In the spare room.
My dad. Keep it in the garage.
Yeah, absolutely. Put it where you've got a space and you can just grab as you need. Grab a meal as you're running out the door to go to work. So you're not then buying that really high-calorie sandwich that you never really like. And you don't have to prep lunch at home before you go.
That's the other great thing, isn't
Grab
it?
your soup, take it in. So we're saving going to the supermarket.
We're saving all that preparation time because it's all pre-prepared for you. The other great thing is the quality and the variety of food. Remember, lunches aren't just one kind of lunch. Dinners aren't just one kind of dinner. The variety of food and the taste that you get here.
You don't get bored.
You don't get bored at all.
It's tasty, nutritious and portion controlled. You can see as well, you can add into your meals as well. So if you want to add a bit of salad, a bit of veg, if you want to add a bit of yoghurt with your cereals, because you get your breakfast, your lunches, your dinners, and you get snacks as well. But you are getting the best deal that personally, Sean and myself, we've worked with Jane for many years, the best deal we've ever seen
We've
on Jane
never
Plan.
seen it on this kind of offer. That's why it's great to get involved tonight with Jane Plan. Start your journey. It is a healthy eating plan, remember.
It's not a diet. Diets for so many, we fail, don't we? And even if we're successful for a little while, you've perhaps met, you know, a lot of people that have done this amazing diet and all of a sudden they're, oh, wow. And then as soon as they go back to being normal and eating normally, it all goes back to normal. They put the weight back on and we yo-yo. And I've done that for years. This isn't a diet. What I discovered is you need to just get that right balance.
Yeah,
you need
balance.
a healthy eating plan, and sometimes it's difficult to work out how many calories you should be having, what you put with what. So Jane's done all the hard work, and a healthy eating plan like this can be, I think it can be life-changing.
Well, there's all kinds of stories that we'll share with you throughout the show, people who've had that Jane Plan journey. But it's very important, the deal that we've got for you tonight. What an offer it is. Now, it's 30% off every single month on every plan on the Jane Plan website. You've got to go to Jane Plan directly, so it's janeplan.com. Very important that you put the /TV in, and it'll take you direct to our exclusive offer. Then when it comes to pricing, there's lots of different plans available.
There's lots of plans, so if you want to do a month, there's a month, you know, you can choose the plan that's right for you. The details there are for your 8-month plan, so you can see there what you saw is the day work worked out at £6.22 per meal, you know, for your day sort of thing. However, if you then work out what that is per meal, because you're getting 3 meals a day and a snack, what we've done, so you can see there, you're paying full £174.30. That's with your extra 30% off, which is amazing. That's for your month.
Ongoing.
28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners, 28 snacks. What are you paying? I can pay that in the supermarket in 1 week.
Easily.
That's your month's food. Obviously, you'll add in your salads and your bits
And you
and
pay
pieces
that
as
each
well.
month on the 8-month plan.
And then you'll work it out that it works out at £6.22 a day. So what we've done, we've taken £1 off because you've got a snack. So we said your snack's £1, and then divided by 3. So it works out at £1.74 a meal.
That's
what can you
crazy,
get
isn't it?
for one? Can you even get? Can you get chocolate bars? You can get probably odd things,
Well,
can't you?
you can get-
You'd
yeah.
struggle, wouldn't you, to get?
If you're in the services,
Oh
chocolate
my
bar,
goodness,
well,
no,
you might be
no
pushed to
chance.
get 1 chocolate bar.
Now,
for that.
this is where you need to go, janeplan.com/TV. You've got a little idea to get you through to the right place on the first page. Then you choose, and I love that you can choose.
You can make a bespoke plan to you. So at the top there, you've also got dietary requirements. So if you're vegetarian, gluten-free, no dairy, vegan, you've got all those options at the top, and it'll select the dishes which are appropriate for you. But if you have a favourite, you could go for 6 of your favourites.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you think, well, actually, I don't even know where to start to do it myself, there are 2 plans already set up, the nutritionist plans, that you can just click on that. There you go. There's the ladies' menu and the men's menu. The reason it's like that is it's the right calories for the ladies, it's the right calories for the men's. You choose. We've chosen the ladies' menu there. And then all you need to definitely do is put that TV30 in, because that will give you your 30% discount, which is exclusive to ITV1 and STV viewers. How amazing is that? And that 30%, because normally we've worked with Jane Plan lots of times, you'll get a discount off the first month.
On your first offer, yeah.
This 30%, we've never done a deal like this, is ongoing for as long as you want it to be there. So if you decide, well, I want to do another month, it's that you've got 30% off. Or if you've decided to do the 8 months, you've got 30% off each month.
And the other thing to say is, if you've not tried Jane Plan before and you think, oh, well, I'd like to taste it.
Yes.
This is the longest trial we've seen. We used to do 1 day, I think.
Yeah,
You could get try one of everything.
You could try a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner and a snack.
But now you can try 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 5 dinners, 5 snacks as part of your trial, if you like. That's what the 5-day trial means at the bottom.
But only
of the
for
screen
24
there.
hours, we should say as well. All of this deal with the 30% off, the fact you can try those 5 days. If it's not right, then you can get in contact with Jane Plan and they'll arrange to come and collect it as well. So you can check all of that out on the terms and conditions on the website. But that is phenomenal. So you get to you choose which 5 that you want. But you do need to use that code, and you do need to order before midnight tonight.
Yeah, it is a time-limited offer with that code. That code will run out. So TV30 is the code you need to use. It is a launch offer. At the moment, we don't have any other shows planned in, so it's a great opportunity.
Fabulous
I've got to keep
opportunity.
saying it out loud about the discount, because 30% discount would be great on the 1-month plan.
Yeah. But then you might think, oh, I wish I
It's
could do it.
ongoing.
Yeah.
For as long as you want it to be.
For you, as long as it takes for you to achieve your goals. What are your goals? Are you getting towards the end of the year and think, oh, I'm not as fit as I'd like to be. I'm really struggling, bending over, doing my laces up. I promised that I'd be able to get up the stairs easier. I promised I'd be able to run around with the grandchildren, and I'm not there. And rather than, Jane said earlier, rather than wait until the new year and start right now. Can you imagine feeling that a little bit more confident already by Christmas when you see family and friends that you haven't seen for ages? Can you imagine thinking, you know, I think I can do this?
Yeah.
And then getting into the new year and you've already kick-started. It's dieting, and believe me, hasn't my life been dieting? Sean's suffered cabbage soup diets that have stunk the house out. That made me feel so faint, really, because I wasn't really eating anything. I've tried the diets where you just eat a cardboard sort of cereal bar. I've tried the shakes and things like that, and for me nothing works. Sometimes I was successful, but then as soon as you go back to normal, you lose the success that you gained. And then I realised, and this is why Jane Plan isn't a diet.
And that's really important to keep reiterating.
It's a
not,
healthy eating plan, isn't it?
It is. And you don't feel like you're on a healthy eating plan because of the variety of the food that you get.
It's getting the right balance in life. And once you start Jane Plan, it'll make sense. You'll think, oh, I understood what Sean and Hayley and Jane was saying.
I read a great review. I didn't get time to show it to you before the show. A gentleman who'd been on the plan, and the family saw his results, and then he was like, now my wife's on it, my daughter's on it, my sister's on it, you know, the whole family. And it is about people's stories when it comes to Jane Plan and their personal results. Individual results will always vary when it comes to a plan like this.
Jane Plan is like your little helping hand. Perhaps
like
you just don't know where to start, and you'll be amazed, and because you'll start to perhaps feel a little bit more confident. Perhaps you'll start walking a little bit more, because it's getting balance, isn't it? It's getting that right food and the right calories.
It's that,
getting a little bit of exercise into your life
that
as
healthy activity, that healthy active lifestyle.
And I think when you feel a little bit fitter, you want to do. I'm doing a lot of shimmying tonight. I don't know what's with the shimmy, but you want to do that. I will walk to the shop actually, because I can get to the shop.
Yeah.
I'll do the stairs.
I'll get the bike out. I won't take the car
because I can do the stairs. And I'll come and play football with the grandkids. Honestly, and you don't have to listen to us.
No, it's about all the stories, and there are so many stories when it comes to Jane Plan. Should we take a look at one?
Yeah, let's.
Having lost 2 stone in weight and 5 inches off my waist, I feel fantastic. My clothes fit more comfortably, I've got so much more energy, and I love going for a walk. Jane Plan has changed my life.
I put them in the microwave, 2 minutes, and they're done. The meals are all varied and delicious. I've lost 2 stone 4 pounds. I've still got more to lose, but the current weight loss has made a huge difference to my life.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Jane Plan if you want to lose weight. First, it really works. I've lost 3.5 stone in 5 months. Yes, 3.5 stone. 2, all my pre-prepared meals are delivered to my door. So no more big shops. I don't have to count calories and spend hours on food prep. Third is really, really good. There's more than 70 dishes to choose from. I would never find the variety if I was to do it myself.
I love that. Do you see the smiling faces?
I know, incredible. The last lady we saw there, that was Debbie, long blonde hair, gorgeous Debbie. Debbie lives in just outside Bristol.
Right.
She's a recruitment consultant, so she gets people into jobs, and Debbie's got quite a long and quite complicated story about why she wanted to lose weight.
Oh wow, and we're seeing Debbie here.
Oh yes, there she is. That's her in her garden, and that's her in my bedroom, actually in front of my mirror.
She looks amazing.
But I've actually also seen photos of Debbie, and I know she doesn't mind me saying this, by the way, in a bikini. Look, Debbie's just 49, in a bikini, looking incredible. So if you invite her back in the summer, I'll bring the bikini pictures.
Oh, fabulous.
But, I mean, quite life-changing. Her mother-in-law has also done Jane Plan. But what's so exciting for Debbie, and you can probably tell from her confidence in that grey dress, she's now a part-time model.
No way.
I know. Look at her.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And what did she manage to do? What sort of period of time was this?
So she lost 3 stone 6 pounds in 6 months. So nice, healthy, consistent, balanced.
And that's really important as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, she's just loving life, actually. I think
gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet people are loving her. She's
she does.
Exactly.
Absolutely amazing.
And health was very, very important to Debbie. It was actually her #1 priority when she started
I think sometimes you do get to that point, don't you? Perhaps you just find you're getting out of breath too quick on the stairs and things, or you see a photograph and you think, oh my goodness, is that me? Am I that size?
Exactly.
Sometimes you don't realise life has sort of passed you by, and all of a sudden.
Yes. Exactly. No, I totally agree. We saw Michelle at the beginning of that clip. Michelle's the one wearing the bright pink shirt and the trousers. And Michelle's got 3 grown-up children. She actually did Jane Plan with her husband, although we don't actually see a picture of him.
Right.
She lost 2 stone in 4 months.
Brilliant.
And Michelle's story is really interesting because she runs an incredible podcast. She's interviewed people like Judi Dench. I mean, incredible woman. Quite incredible woman. She did Prue Leith just a couple of weeks ago. So she's really, really interesting people that she's interviewing. Anyway, she relaunched this career of hers in COVID. And so she had some publicity photos taken. And then she saw them and she thought,
that was the realisation.
She said, that's not me. She said, that's not me. So that's why she did Jane Plan.
Brilliant. That's made my hair's gone in.
I know, really interesting.
It is. It's so nice. It's so nice to hear the stories. And obviously everybody's stories, everyone's results are going to vary, but it's actually allowing you to take that first step to help you achieve your goals. And Jane, I know lots of people watching right now.
Yes.
People might have just joined us and they're probably looking at you thinking, well, Jane doesn't look like she needs to eat a healthy eating plan, but I bet Jane's naturally like that.
And
it's not the case, and it's not the case for so many people, isn't it?
No, and actually, I'm not sure anyone is really natural. You know, we are what we eat is the harsh truth.
Yeah, that's very good, actually.
Yes,
we are what we eat.
Exactly. And, you know, I love chocolate. I love a glass of wine, love a curry. That's why we've got chocolate, curry, lasagna in all my favourite foods.
We love Jane.
So, and actually I frequently do Jane. In fact, I'm doing Jane Plan at the moment, actually.
Fabulous.
Well, because I'm going on holiday at Christmas, so I thought I better you know, get myself in my better place.
And that's how I am. So, you know, you Jane Plan becomes, I think, part of your life. It's changing how you feel about food, and it's so helpful to have the right portion on the plate and not have to think, am I eating too much? Am I eating the wrong thing? You've done all the right things.
Yes.
So I'm just like you. If they've got something special coming up, I think, oh, I'll just do a bit of Jane Plan.
Exactly.
And I know perhaps my dress will do up a little bit easier.
Exactly.
Or I'll feel better about
that's
myself.
What it's about for you.
That's the biggest thing.
In
my head, I know that I've been eating healthily.
Yes.
Because you dieted like me for years, didn't you?
Exactly.
And I think for a lot of people, dieting can be, so disappointing because, because so often you don't succeed with a diet.
No, you don't. Or if you succeed, you put it back on again.
That's me,
like
absolutely.
yo-yo,
exactly.
So this isn't a diet. This is just getting that healthy eating into life.
Exactly. And so many people we know who've done Jane Plan have never put the weight back on, have kept consistent all the way through.
Fabulous. And again, it will vary for all of you. You've got to carry on eating healthily.
Yes, of course.
But I think it opens your eyes to see, oh my goodness, well, I can eat this delicious food. I can eat these portions. But it's eating the right amount and eating the right calories.
It absolutely is. And if you're sitting at home now thinking, oh great, but I'll do it in January.
Yeah.
I honestly, hand on heart, often have my greatest successes when I actually think, you know what, I'm just going to do it now. And I think also, don't forget, you can pause your plan.
I think that's a great point, especially at this time, because if you want to get ready for Christmas, like we were saying, all those photographs you're going to have taken
seeing
over
family
Christmas.
you haven't seen for ages, feeling that you're a little bit healthier.
And then pause.
Exactly, and then just resume when you're ready. Or, of course, there is also a 1 month plan, and this offer is also on the 1 month plan.
Fabulous. So whatever plan you choose is 30% off.
Exactly, and someone in the gallery is going to have to do the maths. What 30% is off a 1 month plan? But it's quite a lot of money.
I think I did do it before. I did do it before the show. Can I remember?
We'll work
it about 150?
It's 100. Yeah, it's over £100.
We'll check.
But that's every month.
Yes.
That's over £100
That's
every
really important.
month.
These prices that we've got with TV30, it means that you've got that ongoing discount.
Yes.
It's not just for the first time, it's ongoing, isn't it?
It is. And also the other thing to remember is if, let's say you think, I'm going to go for the 8 month plan, suits my weight loss goals, suits my budget, suits my lifestyle, and then you think, oh, bit too long. You can change your duration, of course.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so what happens is that you'll see when you go to the website, or when we speak to you tomorrow, if you like, the longer you sign up for, the more economical it becomes.
Yes.
But actually, if you change your duration, all we do is just adjust the price to reflect the duration that you've done. So,
that is so perfect, because that's as you change as well. And you might think, well, you know, I would like to alter it now. It makes it all so easy. And as your life adapts, you can adapt Jane Plan alongside your life. How great is that? And remember, you must order on Jane Plan's website. So janeplan.com/TV.
Yes.
And you must use the code. All the details are on your screen.
Yes.
Take a photo of it now. It's only for 24 hours.
Yes.
But what I would say is do it now. I think we're too good at getting muddled into things tomorrow, or today actually, because it's right now, isn't it?
Yes,
and then all of a sudden we'll be into the next day and you think, oh, I've missed out on 30%.
Yes, exactly. Or you'll wake up in the morning and you'll need to walk the dog, get the kids to school.
Yeah,
life gets in the way.
That's it. It does.
And
do it right now.
Yes.
And don't put things off. I think we're very good at putting things off. This is your first step today to possibly being a healthier, fitter, happier. You just don't know. Honestly, this could be a first step to you achieving your goals. Can we go through a day in the life?
Let's do another one.
Yeah, if you would, please.
cereal bowl. Oh, it's got a little chili seed in the bottom.
Don't want that in your muesli.
Exactly. I'm just going to pop some strawberries in. Obviously, you could do apple, you could do figs, you could do blackberries, you could do melon, you can do whatever you like. Somewhere in here, I chose this one because it's goji berries and cranberries. And I thought, oh, that's quite seasonal, isn't it? So that's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous muesli. It happens to be another organic one, and it happens to be a gluten-free one. But there's plenty of non-gluten. There's plenty of options that are not gluten-free. I just thought it's quite an interesting angle. This is a low-fat and ordinary milk. Obviously, you don't have to use a dairy milk, and that is your good-to-go breakfast. Or, you know what? You could just have it as a snack. If you're not a breakfast person,
true.
I think we're always looking for excuses when it comes to healthy eating. And if you're looking at tonight thinking, oh, I have to order breakfast, I'm not a breakfast person, have it as dessert.
That'd be a great dessert.
You could have it as your 11s, your snack and things as well. You really have got such a great opportunity to get the most amazing opportunities of food and things. It really is such delicious food and such choice.
And the variety, the choice of breakfast. We've just talked about a muesli, but take a look at some of your options. This is when you go through and you want to choose, or if you go for the nutritionist pick, you'll get a variety. You've got great selection here, Jane, of breakfast.
Absolutely. You've got the crunchy granolas. The granolas are the ones I tend to eat out of the packet. You've got the organic ones. You've got ones without gluten. You've got high protein. You've got low sugar. You've got porridges. You've even got a bar. So it's huge, huge, huge. And all you need to do is a little bit of milk, a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of fruit, or add nothing and eat out of the packet.
Yeah, that's the great thing, isn't it? Like you say, have it later on in the day, have it as a dessert, have it for 11s if you like. It's entirely up to you. But you'll love those breakfasts. And the thing for me is I always thought I ate a healthy breakfast. But sadly, when they brought out the little green and red and orange boxes,
then you know.
A lot of those healthy breakfasts that I thought were healthy had a lot of red.
A lot of red,
Yes, I know, exactly. And I think breakfast in particular is quite dangerous like that. Because you see an expensive cardboard package and you think that must be a healthy one.
That will be healthy,
And then actually it turns out not to be quite so healthy. But the breakfasts we've got on Jane Plan are beautifully balanced. They'll keep you feeling nice and full all the way through to lunchtime. We do have snacks in the plan. A lot of people have their snacks in the evening after their evening meal. I must admit, I tend to have my snack twice a day. So I like to take the chocolate bar. I like to have it in 3 bits. Morning coffee, afternoon tea,
that's good.
after dinner.
Very good. Because for me, that's all I need after dinner or lunch. I just need a taste.
Yes,
and that is perfect.
It's a great idea.
Exactly.
And the chocolate is so rich. Oh, it's beautiful.
Delicious.
But you've got biscuits there. Obviously, we've added some fruit and some grapes there. And that goes for the whole plan, doesn't it? We can add in fruit and vegetables wherever we like.
Absolutely. We like you to, but it's not compulsory.
Right.
In fact, you talked earlier in the show, there was a lady called Sam.
Wasn't she a bus driver?
She was a bus driver. Well, she probably is still a bus driver. She lives in Eastbourne, and she was featured in a very large channel show where Jane Plan was also very fortunately featured, and I was very pleased to see that she did incredibly well. They followed her Jane Plan journey, but I went to see her in Eastbourne, and she cooked me my Jane Plan lunch, and I'm like, Sam, where are all the veggies? She's like, well, I didn't bother with the veggies. Okay.
It's completely up to you.
I remember meatballs was her favourite, wasn't it? She loved the meatballs.
I've got meatballs. Microwave in a minute.
I remember it was her favourite, but remember, if you are thinking, what can I add in? It's all in your book. You get this fabulous little book, so Getting Started Guide, and if you think, well, what did Jane say I can add in? Well, you can add in your fruit and your veggies. It gives you an idea how much you can add in with your breakfasts and your lunches and things. It gives you an idea of the dairy that you can add in and what ideally you should be drinking as well, glasses of water and things. So loads of information, and then it also gives you sort of extras, the calorie guide as well. So
nice.
It's really, really easy to do it right, because Jane's done all the hard work, but then you can just add in some extras if you like.
And
absolutely.
The other thing, Jane, if anybody needs extra help, you do have nutritionists.
Yes, so registered accredited nutritionists, and that's quite important when I say registered and accredited, because it means they're a part of an association that's recognised, and they have a recognised qualification.
Great.
They're not just pretending.
Yes.
Yes. They really are qualified and registered. But also, when you become a member of Jane Plan, when you join tonight, you choose your meals, you make your account, all the rest of it. there's a whole resource hub there for you. We call it the Lose, Learn, Live Hub. It's got exercise videos in it. It's got
great.
articles written by doctors, behaviour change psychologists, nutritionists, fitness experts. It's even got recipes in there. So if you're having a night off your Jane Plan, or you're having your break over Christmas perhaps, just go in and take some of the recipes, and there you go.
Great.
So, yes, so all that is at your fingertips. We also run every fortnight a live event on social media, so you get an invitation to that. You can join that, and that's an Ask Me Anything. So I normally run the live events, but sometimes nutritionists do as well, and you can actually speak to other people as well as me on those events.
So you're not on your own. You're starting this journey today, but you're not starting it by yourself, which is brilliant.
Yeah, which is exactly really
Absolutely.
brilliant. Now that was lunch pinging. That is the chicken arrabbiata, which is, oh my lord, steaming,
sizzling.
steaming hot there. So what I've done here is I've just taken a little bowl. I bought some bags of salads, and I sprinkled a little bit of tinned sweet corn because I'm all about convenience.
I love sweet corn.
Yes, I do too.
Absolutely love sweet corn.
Now this is a very healthy, nutritious lunch. It's got a little bit of pasta in because it's not a diet. People say, can you have pasta on a diet? I'm like, well, I don't know, because we're not a diet.
You've had chicken tikka masala with rice.
Exactly. Packed with protein, a good source of lean protein, that's chicken, in a very rich Italian-style sauce.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Really, 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 really tasty. And if you want to add even more extras in, I've got a little bit of sliced tomato here. I'm just going to scatter that over the top. But you know, you can also just eat out of the pot, if you like. If you really want the ultimate inconvenience.
Nice.
Straight
in,
yeah, that is the great thing. Take it into work, ping it in the microwave. You haven't got anything to wash up because you're going to eat it out the bowl. That looks delicious.
I'm going in.
I'm going to put meatballs in while you're digging into that.
Delicious.
Look how great that looks. Now, as Jane said, she's added the tomatoes and the greens, but my word, I'm going straight
I mean, that's so much better than a greasy sausage roll that's going to fill you for a moment.
Yes.
And then you're bloated. Then I feel empty, or I feel sick.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
it doesn't fill you up long going. Whereas these meals have been designed so we stay fuller for longer, haven't they?
Absolutely, because they're high in protein. They've got they're a good source of protein. They have the right amount of fibre in. But I think also they're just really delicious, and that's probably why we've had over the years a lot of famous chefs doing the plan. I'm going to grab another dish.
You have, haven't you?
We have. We've had one particular celebrity chef's wife doing the plan. We've got quite a few. I'm not allowed to name names, but we've got. We have I don't know if this is a good or bad thing.
Can we give clues?
We have an MP on the plan at the moment.
Okay.
We have a newsreader on the plan at the moment.
Oh wow!
Yes, we've got another pretty well-known celeb. I didn't even know she was on Jane Plan, and a friend said, "I'm just reading the Daily Mail, and
brilliant!
Seems that someone quite famous is on your plan at the moment." I was like, "Oh gosh, I wish I'd known."
Yeah.
So, so certainly you're in very, very good company. But we don't just have famous people. We also have a lot of health professionals do Jane Plan, and I think it's because obviously these are people very invested in their own health. They're often very time poor people, and this is very, very convenient. Often they're not always the best paid, and Jane Plan, of course, is incredible value for money,
especially
right now.
Yeah, when you break down the costs per meal, these prices on the screen are based on the 8-month plan, but you are getting that 30% discount across all of the plans on the Jane Plan website. janeplan.com/TV. You'll get 30% off all the plans, and that's the other thing I love, Jane.
Yes, exactly. So we're not sort of saying, oh, you have to do this long duration, etc., etc. But the other thing is that we do have this 5-day money-back guarantee.
This is wonderful.
It is. Well, actually, I've phrased that badly, actually. It's not a 5-day money-back guarantee because you have longer, but you can eat 5 days for free. So, in effect, what happens is you get your first box. It's got 28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners, 28 snacks. You can have 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 5 5 dinners and 5 snacks. If you then think, oh, not sure it's for me, you can return your box. You'll get a full refund, including the 5 days you've eaten. We'll come and pick it up. There is a little collection charge, but we'll come and pick it up, so you don't have to worry about going to the post office because it's a pretty big box.
Yeah.
So actually,
I think once
you can't go wrong, can you? Really?
Once you've tasted the food, because I think the only thing you would think, oh, I wonder what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Yes.
And once you've tasted it, because I was blown away by the taste of everything.
Well, I remember we were saying someone was married to a chef. The chef actually said that was it your lasagna or was it your chili?
It was the chili con carne,
was better than the one they had in the restaurant.
Yes, I know.
I can remember you telling
That's why we don't mention it.
Brilliant.
These are the pork meatballs.
These are a favourite, aren't
They are a favourite. Now, you might remember from when we last met that you got 5, but I'm very happy to tell you now get 6.
Well,
I know. And I'm not going to add anything to these. Well, I might put a bit of basil on the top, why not? Because what I want to do is show people just how easy it is. And if you don't have time to be faffing around, even if it's just a bag of salad or a few frozen peas, you don't need to worry because you literally can eat it as it is. And it's a very full, very nutritious,
that looks delicious,
very tasty meal.
And again, it smells fantastic.
It smells delicious. The pork meatballs are a real bestseller. Also, I hope you've noticed our new recyclable trays.
I meant to ask earlier on when we mentioned, I didn't mean to ask about those.
Yes, absolutely. So we're right on target for all of the things that we want to be on target for.
Brilliant.
One of which was actually just improving our sort of environmental footprint. But yeah, these are the pork meatballs. They are gorgeous, and we've added nothing to them.
Oh, look at that.
And how convenient is that?
Look at that.
Oh,
so easy.
Look at that.
They look great.
And of course, as you say, they don't need to go into the fridge or the freezer, and they do taste really good.
And can you explain to us again, because a lot of people will be thinking, right, I've got a month's food coming, that's going to fill the fridge and the freezer. They don't need to go in the fridge and the freezer,
They don't. So this is the chicken casserole. Where is? Right, we are 2nd of September 2025, best before date. So this is how we cooked this. We chop the onions, there are some vegetables in there, some carrots, some peas. There's a lovely chicken stock in there.
This is all in your Yorkshire kitchen?
This is all in the Yorkshire kitchen. If there are potatoes in there, they will have been grown in the field next door.
How
and there
fabulous
are
is that?
potatoes in there.
So when you can, you use local sauce?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Great.
In fact, our slow-cooked beef and ale, the beer, the ale, is actually brewed by a small brewery in York.
Oh,
brilliant.
Yes, right by the
Fabulous,
kitchen.
lovely.
So we'll be busy cooking away in quite a traditional sort of method, on a big scale, of course, but cooking away. And then in here, in this little white tray, goes the chicken and the veggies and the gravy and the potatoes and all the rest of it. It's sealed, it's immersed in a great big pressure cooker, and it's steamed hot again. So no preservatives, no nasties. It's
it sort of vacuum packs it in a way.
It's a little bit like vacuum packing. The difference is vacuum packing, you suck all the air out.
Right.
We're not processed at all. We're not ultra processed at all. We're not doing anything like sucking the air out. We're keeping it in its most natural possible state. And that's why all the really well-known organic baby food manufacturers use exactly the same cooking method. Because it seals in the nutrients, it seals in the goodness, it seals in the flavour. You can keep it in your cupboard, and it means you don't need to add any nasty preservatives.
So you don't need to freeze it. It doesn't need to go into the fridge.
It's brilliant,
leave it in the box if you like, in the spare room, and just grab the food whilst you want. Your dad has it in the garage.
I know.
I've always got some in the car. So if you're out and about, or if you're at work and you've forgotten to bring one in, it's in the boot of the car.
Some there,
always. It used to always be in my dressing room.
Yeah, it did.
We've got a moving dressing room now.
So it's always in your case.
So it's always in in my bag or in the car. And honestly, it ticks every box. Everything's so easy to cook. The food tastes amazing. But as I keep saying, it's allowing you to get that right balance in life. It's allowing you to get the right portions, the right calories. Because sometimes that's the trickiest thing. This isn't a diet. It's a healthy eating plan.
That's really important, isn't it? Because you give the portion sizes. I look at the portions sometimes and I think, Really, on a healthy eating plan? Because, I mean, really generous portions.
Absolutely. Now this is a cottage pie. I cut again. I don't know if it's meat or if it's lentil.
Okay.
But that's a portion for one person. So it's either a bed of gorgeous lentils or it's a bed of minced beef. I don't know yet. It's got some lovely fluffy mashed potato on top, grown in the field next door to the kitchen. A little bit of the sliced mozzarella, the low-calorie mozzarella again.
Okay,
you don't
right,
have
So
to.
you've added a little bit of mozzarella on the top there.
Absolutely, but that
So
is all that is added there.
You don't have to, and honestly...
You definitely don't have to
And
at
these dishes
all.
I love out of the oven, but of course you can do in the microwave
You
as
can
well.
do them just as quickly in the microwave. Which one is it?
Hot, hot, hot.
There's a very nice gravy with this one, isn't there?
It's super hot, but it's beautiful.
It's the lentil. So we actually launched with a
That's
lentil
so
cottage
tasty.
pie, and then it was so popular. Then we did a meat cottage pie. But what we're finding is the lentil cottage pie sells as well as the meat because people love it so much. It's so delicious.
And they might want a meat-free, you know, Monday, if you
Yes,
like.
exactly. And in fact, Alison, we saw her in one of the videos. She was the lady in a sort of a print, no, like an orangey print shirt. She was putting a meal in a microwave in her kitchen.
yes.
I know the cottage pie was one of her favourites, but I love Alison's story. She's lost 2 stone 4 pounds in 5 months, and she, what I like about Alison is she's just like, I just didn't, you know, I tried every diet going, nothing ever worked. Jane Plan worked for me, and what she did say, she's also turning 50 this year actually, or she's probably turned 50 now. She wanted to wear a bikini. Another lady, another,
Great.
yes, exactly. I don't have a picture of her in a bikini.
Not yet.
I do, Debbie, but not Alison.
But what is your goal? Do you want to just be a little bit fitter? Do you want the
Yes.
stairs to be a little bit easier?
Yes.
Do you want to be able to bend down and do your laces up without feeling, you know, so awkward and not being able to really get down to your feet? Do you want to run around with the grandchildren a little bit more? And that's the nice thing. Results can vary for everybody, but it's eating healthy that can make that difference, and that little bit of exercise as well, which I think as you get to feel a little bit trimmer, you think, well, I can walk to the shop.
Yes,
You
and
do more,
you do
don't you?
move more, yeah.
I'll do the stairs instead of taking the elevator.
Exactly. There's a lovely lady, I don't know if we have her photo or not, called Jo, who's done, well, she is one of those people who's just always with us. You know, a couple of months here,
Okay.
month off, couple of months here, 6 months off, couple of months here. And what Jo did did Jane Plan, because she was a bit you know, she wasn't really that overweight. She actually lost just over 2 stone, in fact, 2.5 stone in just under 6 months. But she had a few aches and pains. But now she does yoga and she lives in Yorkshire and she hikes through the Yorkshire Dales, and it's just gorgeous, just a complete life change.
That is the thing. It is a life change. This isn't a one-off diet and then you fail and you're just yo-yoing, because this isn't a diet. This is a healthy eating plan.
Yeah.
It's changing how you eat, what you eat.
And it's all about your story and your goals, what you want to get out of Jane Plan. It's a launch offer. It's 24 hours only.
It's amazing.
You must use the code TV30 when you go to janeplan.com/TV. That's 1 month's of food there. Breakfast, lunch, dinner and
So
snacks.
28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners, 28 snacks, 30% off whichever plan you go for, ongoing until you decide that, nope, that's it, I'm where I want to be. I think you'll be like a lot of people. You'll think, well, actually, I'll take some time out, but I'll go back with Jane Plan. I do it all the time. You think, well, Christmas is coming, I'll start Jane Plan for a little bit so I feel better when I go to the Christmas party.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a story for so many great results.
So many different stories, and we're going to share one of those stories with you right now. Let's take a listen to what Suzanne had to say.
My name's Suzanne Dibble. I'm 42. I know I don't look it, and have 2 small girls. And I'm also an incredibly busy businesswoman. I run 4 businesses. I had one thing in my life that I needed to change. You know, I'd read all the great testimonials about the success stories, and having tried and failed many times by myself, and I'm a high-achieving A-type personality, but weight loss just had, it had won, basically. And I decided, right, this was it. I'd read all the, I really loved the idea of Jane Plan, and I thought, right, this is it. This time I'm going to succeed. And I'm very pleased to say that I did. Where I always fell down was in the preparation side of things. You know, I'd come down after a busy day at work, I'd put the kids to bed, it's 7, half 7, and you think, what shall I have to eat? You look in the cupboard, you realise you've not actually done the shopping that week, and you know, there's some frozen foods that, you know, aren't the healthiest, and you grab those. And for me, probably the thing about Jane Plan that allowed me to stay on track, and that in my mind makes it so superior to the other offerings out there, is the fact that they deliver 30 days of the food in advance. I came downstairs at 7 o'clock, I looked down my menu and I was thinking, oh, well, shall I have chili con carne or Thai curry or, you know, whatever delicious offering it was. And it was that flexibility of being able to decide what I felt like eating at that time, with the ease of actually just going in the cupboard, picking it out, warming it up and steaming a big plate of veggies, that made it so easy and is what kept me on track. You know, I was on the plan for 4 months, and I honestly cannot remember, other than those first 3 days, a time when I was hungry. In fact, I'd say I was probably, you know, over full at times because I used to do a big plate of steamed veggies with it. Jane Plan also let you do a extra portion for your husband. So evening meal for the husband at a really reasonable price. And my husband loved it. I mean, I don't know what this says about my cooking, but when I ended Jane Plan, he was actually very disappointed.
We actually met Suzanne, and we love that last bit.
Very disappointed. That's because the food tastes so good. It
honestly tastes so good. The husband was disappointed she had stopped doing it because he would have dinner with her, which is fabulous. But I met Suzanne, we both did. She did a show with us previously with Jane Plan, and she came into the studio to talk to the viewers like yourself. And her story is lovely because she had 2 young girls, little girls, that she just didn't want to think Mummy was dieting, and she wasn't dieting. She was going on a healthy eating plan, and that's why she chose Jane Plan. So they just saw that Mum is eating healthier. And the blue dress that she's in, when she actually went shopping for that blue dress, she was in the store looking at the size that she thought she was, and the shopping assistant came over and she says, are you looking for yourself, sort of thing? She says, because that's not your size. And she was in a size...
You need to be in the smaller size area.
10 area. Yeah. And she was wowed. But the thing I loved when I met her is the thing that she was most thrilled about, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, is she could actually buy long boots and manage to zip them up.
Zipper boots, yeah.
She's like, I've never been able to get long boots and manage to zip them up. And it is just achieving your goals, and sometimes it's so difficult. And I think a lot of people say, oh, it's all right for you because you're slim, but I'm not naturally slim. My sister is. She's super slim, and she eats chocolate and all sorts. But she does exercise, so she's got balance in her life, but she doesn't really put weight on. I can look at chocolate and I feel it on my hip. So I've always had to have that balance. But dieting was just pointless for me, really. I'd get to a point and I'd tried all the diets.
Well, it's like most diets. So when you go on a diet, you get your results, but then when you come off the diet...
Sometimes you do, not always. If you're hungry, you start eating all the wrong things. But if you stick to it, I did the cabbage soup, and I did not very well. The house stunk, I stunk, but I felt so lightheaded because I just hadn't got any proper food in me. And as soon as I ate normally, like you say,
the weight went back on.
Put that weight back on. And it's the same, and you've tried the diets that you can't stay on, those ones where the food just tastes like cardboard, or you're having shakes for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and it's so dull, and you just feel like you're missing out. You're not sitting down. We love to sit down and have a dinner.
I think that's why you struggle to stick to those kind of diets. What we've got tonight...
And you fail, don't you? You fail time and time again.
It isn't a diet. And the fact that you've got such a variety of food, and we're looking at a 28-day plan here. The soups, that tomato and basil soup is one of my favourites out of here. I've not seen that one before. Sweet potato and butternut squash.
Oh, that's a new one, I think.
Hang on.
Curried sweet potato and butternut squash. And they are like restaurant quality soups. You've got such a variety to either choose from. You can either completely make your plan up and choose the foods, or there are 2 sort of set menus ready for you, which you can alter some of the bits, but then it gives you a real variety. The choice is there for you. But what this can do is change your relationship with food, I think. I think that's where a lot of us go wrong. We just eat too much. We put too much onto our plates. We're not sure of how many calories we should be having or how many calories certain things are. Jane's done all the hard work. You will get 28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners and 28 snacks that are right for you. And I truly believe for so many people, Jane Plan has allowed them to achieve their goals with a little bit of exercise. And actually, when you feel a bit trimmer, you start to
You
walk.
want to do more,
I'll
don't
do
you?
the stairs.
Yeah.
And it might be, you might be at home right now, because we're heading towards Christmas now, aren't we? At the end of the year. And perhaps you think, oh, I haven't done it again this year. I wanted to be a bit trimmer, a bit fitter. I said, you know, when we met the family at Christmas again, I haven't seen most of them since last year, that I wanted to try and be that little bit healthy, and I haven't done it. Sometimes you just need that helping hand, and it might be that you just want to be able to do the stairs and not get out of breath. You might want to run around with the kids or the grandkids. Perhaps you're the one that's always sat on the sidelines because you can't keep up with them.
Can't join in
Perhaps
with everything.
on holiday, perhaps you went away in the summer, had a fantastic caravan, you were right by the beach, but the beach was all down, it was down all those steps. And you say, oh no, I won't come, I'll stay. I'll stay at the caravan, because you know you wouldn't be able to manage to do those steps. Perhaps you're missing out on a lot of life and you just don't know where to start to help you get to a better place. I truly, hand on heart, know from all the times that I've dieted and failed that for me diets are never going to work. It's getting that balance, it's getting that healthy eating plan, it's getting the right portions on your plate, and I think we all need a helping hand for that, and Jane is your helping hand.
All the work's been done for you. This could be the starting point for you. And remember, it's not a diet, it's a healthy eating plan, and that's why you've got everything portion controlled. You know exactly.
You're not missing
what
a
you
lunch.
need.
You know, I won't have lunch today. You're having a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, and if you fancy a snack, there's a snack involved as well, whether that's a Lebanese
biscuits.
or whether that's when you're watching a movie at night. Honestly, it's phenomenal.
Now, when you go to the website, very important tonight, it's janeplan.com/TV. That means you'll get our exclusive offer, our exclusive deal. And then you choose which plan you want to go for. You can start with 1 month if you want to, but the most popular, as Jane said, is the 8-month plan. And that's the most affordable. That's the best value.
Yeah, choice is yours. You go for the plan that's right for you. And if you want to, you can choose all the dinners that you want, all the lunches, all the breakfasts, all the snacks. You can either go for that ready-made or you can actually choose. But you can, if you wake up tomorrow morning and you've chosen the ladies' nutritional bundle and think, well, actually, I'd like to change one of those, you can alter the meals as well.
Yeah, even after you've checked out.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah.
The thing is to actually do this right now. It's only a 24-hour offer. You'll forget if you get into tomorrow. You'll take the kids to school, you'll get to work, you'll go to bed tomorrow night, wake up the day after, and you'll think, oh my goodness, I've missed out. This is the best deal we've done, 30% off, as many months as you wish, ongoing until you decide you have achieved your goal. You know, I've finished with Jane Plan. You can even take time out, and that's what I do. You know, I'll take time out and then I'll go back on Jane Plan, but never have done a deal like this where you've got 30% off ongoing.
On ongoing discount, so as long as you stay on the plan, you get that 30% discount.
It's the most generous offer ever.
Love what Jane said as well. If you do want to pause the plan at any point, you can do that. If you want to change the meals for your next month's supply, you can change them.
It's exclusive to ITV1 viewers, and it's exclusive to STV. Jane has got a Black Friday deal on.
It's not as good.
But it's not as good. Don't tell anybody else. It's just us. It's just, you can tell other people, but tell them they've got to use our code TV30
and
to get the best deal that I've seen.
You've got to use it now, really.
Yeah.
It's only a 24-hour offer. That code will last for the 24 hours. TV30 is that code when you go through to check out.
And start now. Don't wait till the new year. Get yourself feeling better for Christmas, and then have a really nice Christmas. Start again in the new year, and you're honestly, it's amazing what a difference eating healthily can make to your everyday.
And that's what you're doing here with portion controlled food that's tasty. It's not dull, it's not boring diet food, because this is a healthy eating plan, and we'll say that over and over again. Individual results will vary to what you can get, but some of the befores and afters that we've got here, spectacular results. This is Keegan. Keegan's weight loss, as you can see here, is 1 stone and 5 pounds over a 4-month period, though. So it's really a healthy way to do it.
It really is, and that's the great thing. Really great to allow you to just see people's results. And obviously we say results will vary, but for so many people this has made such a difference. This is Alison. Now, she lost 2 stone 4 pounds in 20 weeks. And again, wow, I bet, Jane, because you know all of these people, it's lovely because you're very involved with everybody that's involved in Jane Plan. I bet that Alison just feels fantastic.
She does feel fantastic, and in fact, it's funny actually, because getting people to send before photos is really hard.
Bless.
And I've seen another before photo of Alison, but she won't let me share it with anyone.
Oh.
Right.
So she looks fabulous there on the boat in her before photo, because she's a fabulous person. But she feels so much better when she's lost her 2 stone 4 pounds.
You can see how she stood.
Yeah,
Hey, look
absolutely,
at me.
absolutely. And yeah, no, she's an incredible. She works in marketing. She's got a gorgeous 19-year-old daughter. She lives with her partner, and yet she's the lady who said to me, "I want to wear a bikini when I'm 50." I never thought I'd say that. She said.
Good for her.
So
How
yes, she's
great is
incredible.
that? So I bet she's on that boat now in a bikini.
She probably is.
But how great!
She is, and Keegan, who we saw earlier, she's she's younger. So Alison's was turned 50 this year. Keegan is, I think, about 28.
Right.
She's American, actually. She lives in Newcastle, and she lives with her partner. And she found that during COVID, she did put on quite a lot of weight, and I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I speak to say that they've never actually lost it since COVID, which is quite interesting. She was in that category, and she didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but she, she's a young, beautiful woman, and she just wanted to have a bit more sass going on, and I think she got her sass.
Definitely.
I think sometimes we just don't realise, like you say, through COVID, you just, because of the lifestyle change, it's so easy to put that weight on, and sometimes you don't realise. Sometimes when someone takes a photograph, you think, oh, my goodness, is that me?
Yeah.
I know, exactly.
Or you get something out of the wardrobe and think, oh, gosh, that's always fitted.
Exactly.
And I can't, and suddenly you have that light bulb moment, I do need to change.
Yes.
And for so many people, dieting isn't the change you need, because so many people fail on diets, and then it's very disappointing. You get really quite down.
And I think it's fair to say about Keegan that actually she was feeling quite down about her weight generally. Even though I think a lot of people look at that and think, oh, she's fine.
Yeah, but she wasn't feeling fine.
It's about what you think, isn't
Exactly.
it? It really is.
And then remember, results will vary. It's all about having a healthy lifestyle. It's all about eating healthily, the right portions on your plate. That's what Jane Plan is helping you to do. It's not a diet.
No.
And we keep referring to diets because this isn't a diet. This is a healthy eating plan where you have your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and a snack.
Exactly. And it's all done for you. It really is.
And this is another result here from Julia.
Julia's amazing. Julia works in a care home, so she's got a lot on her plate. If you work in a care home, you're a very hard-working individual, and also, in some of the sort of businesses in the UK, or hospital workers or care home workers, they're not always the best paid. So it's really important for Julia to get huge value for money. Also, she works very long hours. She works shifts, so of course she needs that
makes it very
convenience.
difficult,
And so many shift workers do Jane Plan, and I think it's because you can have your dinner at 10 p.m. or your breakfast at 9 p.m. You can mix and match your day and make it work for you. And Julia actually. That picture, where she's looking quite sort of sassy, she's actually had the confidence to go on a few dates. And my understanding of Julia is that life's quite cheery at the moment.
They went well.
They went well. Exactly.
And we can't guarantee you that.
No.
You just never know.
Exactly.
And that is the thing. Sometimes you just need to have that little helping hand to get you to where you want to be, or for you to be in a better place. Perhaps you've been desperately trying, but it's been, you're just not there yet. Jane Plan is that helping hand, because you've done all the hard work for us, really.
Absolutely. And what I should say was, we're showing a lot of ladies this evening, but we do have a huge number of men on Jane Plan. We have Jane Planners who are 18 and 88.
Love
we have
that.
men, we have women, we have mum and daughter teams, aunt and uncle teams, neighbour teams, best friend teams, husband and wife teams.
Isn't that nice?
Loads and loads and loads of people will do Jane Plan together. Oh, and there's Ben, our only man of the night.
Oh, bless him.
Do you
Looking
mind?
good.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And all he wanted to do was just get rid of a bit of a tum-tum. He's got 2 gorgeous girls. He lives in Cornwall, but I know that he's a really keen tennis player. And he definitely is finding playing tennis a lot more comfortable
Easier,
now.
yeah. And you'll enjoy it more, won't you?
Yes, exactly.
It can be as simple as that, can't it?
Yes.
Just struggling with stairs and things. You just know that you've altered a little bit and you want to get back to where you were and you just can't get there.
Or even like chafing, things like that, things that you might not
Or it's a
talk about.
horrible word, that,
yes,
isn't
it's
it?
a funny old word.
But
I do agree.
it is true.
Yeah, as soon as you feel that. And you're doing this plan for yourself. You're doing it to get the results that you want.
Exactly.
It's a lifestyle change, isn't it?
It is. It is a big lifestyle change, but actually it's a big change that's made super easy.
Yes.
I think you open our eyes, really, because it makes us realise it is, you make it so easy.
Yes.
But it is about the right food, the right portions, the right nutrition.
Yes.
And sometimes it's very difficult to try and do that on your own. What's going to keep me fuller for longer? What's going to, still want it to be tasty, but is that too many calories?
But also you can have lasagna.
That's the
You
thing.
can have curry, you can have pasta, you can have fish, you can have a veggie night, but it's all done for you.
Because when you diet, things are taken away, aren't you?
Exactly.
You can't eat certain things.
Diets are about deprivation.
They are.
They are,
And
but that's not the case.
This is a healthy eating plan with all your favourites.
Yes, I like
We've
to
discovered
eat.
tonight
Yes,
what
exactly.
Jane really likes.
Yes.
So allowing you to have the food you like, but just eating the right portion for it to be made correctly. So,
exactly. And I think also, it's that time of year where we're all watching our pennies even more than normal because we've got Christmas coming and things like this.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
this is just kind of getting that one thing ticked off your list. And you also know you secured your price for as long as you want it secured, it's secured for you. That's quite a relief when you're worried about all the other things going
the
on in
balance of
life.
everything.
And delivered to your door, which is brilliant. It doesn't have to go into a fridge or a freezer, which is fantastic. And really easy to cook.
And preparation-wise, Jane, there's a variety of ways you can prepare the dishes, isn't there?
There are. I was just pressing them
You're
up.
working away as we speak.
So that's one way.
That's one way, yeah.
That's not my great button gone. On the hob, I'm actually doing a soup right now. Soups are great on the hob. No dried food here. No, put your dried soup in your mug. Whisk, 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 whisk. Still all lumpy and horrible.
Yes,
all the soups are gourmet quality, which is why we said earlier we've had so many chefs on the plan. Some quite famous ones, certainly one very famous chef's wife, because the food is very good quality. Or you can have a cold lunch, or you can have one of our bowl lunches. At breakfast, again, huge variety, and the dinner. In fact, there are over 80 meals.
Wow.
Actually, should we do another day in the life?
I think we should.
I'm slightly worried I've overcooked the
You're
soup
cooking
now.
away.
Oh, yeah, I have overcooked it.
It'll be fine.
So
Exactly.
you're getting on the month plan, 28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners, but 28 snacks as well. We'll start with breakfast, shall
Yes, absolutely. So I've popped some strawberries in the bottom here. I put a bit of low-fat yoghurt there. I'm going to pour in the luxury muesli. Now, this has got nuts in it, so lots of gorgeous protein. It's got a little bit of dried fruit in there. It's got some gorgeous oats in there.
I love muesli.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you could finish it off with some grapes. You could I thought I put an apple here because, so easy to eat an apple. You could just actually put some apple slices
So we can
on there.
add those bits in.
Absolutely. I'm going to
Bit
do
of fruit.
berries. I quite like berries in the morning because they are very low in calories. They tend to be very high in water and high in fibre. And it's the one time in the day when you can actually have a fruit or veg of a very different colour. And different colours represent different nutrients. So that's why I quite like that. But I think that, that could also be dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great breakfast,
Yeah.
great
Really
dessert.
cool.
Yes, it really could be. So don't be put off if you're not a breakfast person. Get your Jane Plan and make your breakfast, whenever you quite fancy it, or just eat it out of the packet.
Yeah.
It's quite a common thing to do.
I often do eat it out of the packet. I love dried cereal. I just think it's so tasty as like a snack. The variety is amazing.
Yeah.
But if you do think, can I add, what did Jane say I can add in? Did she say I could add yogurt or I can't add it, or I can add milk? It's all in the book that comes alongside it. So you will see that you have got the fat. You can add in with your meals, your fresh fruit that we were saying, your veggies, the salad and dairy. Gives you an idea of how much to add in as well, idea of what you should be drinking, the portions of dairy. It's all there, and then it gives you an idea as well of, you know, your typical day, the extra calories that you can sort of add in. How great is that? It's so easy.
And it's so straightforward. Everything's laid out for you. Breakfast-wise, let's show you a variety of the breakfast, because it's not just about granola or muesli. There's a real great selection. Remember, you've got different options. If you want to go for the nutritionist choice, everything's chosen for you. If you want to go for your own pick, you can select exactly what you want. So 28 breakfasts, and the variety of breakfasts that you get, you can see here. Whether it's a porridge, the creamy porridge oats, there's a new, that porridge bar.
Yes, absolutely. That's gorgeous and packed full of oaty goodness.
That looks
as well,
delicious.
Which is really, really yummy, actually.
You could take that into work with you, couldn't you? Or eat it on the bus on the way into work.
And actually, that porridge bar I do quite often have as a mid-afternoon snack, because it's a bit flapjacky.
Yeah, yeah, it does look like that.
It's really lovely, really, really lovely. And actually, we've got a huge variety of meals, but we're always increasing the menu.
Yeah.
So, bit of a secret here, but I'll say it, why not, for people who've stayed out this late. We've got 2 new soups joining the menu. I think the week after next, we've got a minestrone, so you can't see that on. So if you order tonight, when you get to next month and you're updating your menu, you can add the minestrone soup, which is delicious, and we've got a carrot and coconut soup.
Oh,
both of these soups are vegan and organic.
And a new one that we hadn't seen was the sweet potato.
Oh yes, that's delicious. Yes, that's a really good one.
It sounds absolutely beautiful.
And on the dinners,
there it is, curried sweet potato and butternut squash.
And in about a month on the dinners, we're adding a boeuf bourguignon.
Oh, nice.
I know, really lovely. A different type of lasagna, a luxury lasagna. There's no extra price for that. You might like the more anglicised version of the lasagna, or you might want the luxury kind of Tuscan lasagna. And we're also adding a chicken and lemon casserole. So basically, once you're on the plan, all these new meals, they come along all the time. So it's not like you're not always thinking, oh, I've got those same 80 choices every month, because there are different things coming along. And I've got a feeling we might have some chocolate cranberries coming. I'm a bit worried about saying that, I'm not sure.
Oh, you said it
we
now.
Can't promise, we can't promise that.
Not promising that.
No promise.
I know, exactly.
But that is the great thing. Every time you go back on the website, you know, have a little nosy, see what else is there. Definitely try the soups.
Absolutely.
For a lunch, this is such a delicious... I think soups really do keep you fuller for longer.
They do, and this is the time of year for soups.
Oh, it is.
Definitely this weather, my word.
And I was chatting to the girls in the office, and I said, what soup shall I do on the show tonight? I said, I'm going to do the tomato. And they said, you always do the tomato. Do the pea and ham, because you never do the pea and ham. And everyone loves the pea and ham. So I'm doing the pea and ham. All of this for just 103 calories. And again, it's locally sourced where possible, so we're using a local ham here.
Oh, lovely.
It's a dreamy green soup with that lovely, just a little teeny bit of that sort of saltiness of the ham. Really, and at this time of year as well, I think it's so...
So it's definitely time
for me with the soups, it's the consistency, like we were saying. It's not like a diet soup where they're those powdered soups. Great thickness, great consistency to the soup. As I say, we go to a restaurant that specialises in soups, don't we? And they're always just this kind of quality.
Yes, exactly. No, that's absolutely delicious. I'm doing a bit of a traditional English day today, actually. So because we've had a curry day. We did the smoky bean chilli and the chicken tikka masala. Then we had the Italian day. The chicken arrabbiata and the pork meatballs. And now we're having more of an English one. So we've got the pea and ham soup.
Lovely.
This is our chicken casserole.
So dinner time.
Dinner time, absolutely. So I've prepared a little plate here, and all I have added is a little bit of collie rice. I'm a big fan of collie rice, actually. And I bought that. So I know sometimes people go, oh God, does that mean I've got to kind of grate my cauliflower? I bought that. It's also just stays in the store cupboard, doesn't have to go in the fridge.
Right.
A little bit of broccoli and beans. And I haven't cooked these veggies. And what I'm going to do, because one of our Jane planners told me about this. She said, I don't bother with cooking all the veggies. She puts them on her plate, and then she puts her hot Jane Plan dinner over the top, and she allows the heat of the dinner.
Oh, right.
Yes,
to
I know.
warm the veg.
And I've never tried it.
Yeah, let's
Try it now.
I bet it'll have that nice al dente sort of taste.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Oh, and again, look how much there is. This is what blows me away.
Exactly. And there are some potatoes in here, there are peas, there are carrots, there are onions. This is a very high protein dish. It's packed full of lean chicken.
Look at that big piece of chicken.
I know, really, really good for you. So I'm just pouring it over. This is actually a little bit of pak choy here that I got out of the, as I say.
And we can add in those extras, and you get the book to give you an idea of what you can add in.
Absolutely. And I did mention one of the celebs on Jane Plan. And actually, I did have the I was fortunate enough to go to her house.
Ooh.
And she was telling me that she's a very busy woman. She buys the 80-gram bags of mixed frozen veggies.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
Yeah. And she says she just pops one of those in the microwave when she's got her Jane Plan in there.
We're going to have to question Jane about
We
these.
are,
Yes, I know.
Afterwards. We can't tell you at home, but we'll have to question her.
Yes, I know, I know. And I thought the chicken casserole would be quite nice with a few peas.
Lovely.
So I did actually.
I mean, that's a
microwave
really
these.
fabulous looking meal, and it will
Yeah.
taste fantastic.
Yeah,
And
absolutely lovely.
you don't think, well, you know, you're not dieting. You're just eating healthy. It's a healthy eating plan.
It is.
That looks like a proper gastropub dinner, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, this one reminds me, you know, sometimes when you go and visit your granny or something like that,
Yes.
and the house just smells
Wholesome
gorgeous
food.
food.
Yeah, it
It's the
does.
sort of thing that you smell as you walk through your granny's front door. But I worked out with this chicken casserole the complexity of the ingredients. So it's probably a 45-minute job in the supermarket to get everything. It's probably a half-an-hour job to chop and
prepping,
prep
yeah.
it. It's probably 3 hours in the oven to get the
Slow
intensity
cook.
of flavour, and all the cost of putting the oven on for 3 hours. And actually, this was done in 3 minutes.
And if you're doing the 8-month plan, it works out 174
174 a meal.
for the actual Jane Plan part of it, and then you're just adding a little bit of veg,
Yeah,
which
veggies.
is incredible.
It is, and of course all your nutritionist support is free. So this works in a number of ways, the nutritionist support. You can self-serve on a digital platform if you're that sort of person.
Okay.
Or if you're someone who just thinks you need that extra support or just likes to talk to someone, which I can completely relate to, you can just opt for a telephone call.
Great.
And a qualified nutritionist will call you on a weekly basis just to check in and make sure
Wow.
everything's okay. And that's all included in the price today. So we don't charge for that nutritionist support
That's
at all.
incredible.
Brilliant.
And yeah, some
service.
people really use it all the time. Some people don't use it very much at all. It's completely up to you.
That's the nice thing. Everything
Yeah.
is your choice with Jane Plan. You can have as much help or as little help as you like. And tonight, you can choose any plan with
Wow.
30% off, which
Any
is
plan.
the best ever deal that we've done.
Yes, yes.
And on top of that, it can be a rolling plan. So you can, you know, if you want to do it for 1 month and then I'll do it for 2 actually. I'll do it for another month. You can carry on with that 30% off.
Absolutely. And on the 8-month plan, you're saving about £74 and something every single
Every month.
Wow.
Absolutely. On the 1-month plan, it's going to be significantly more because it's a slightly more expensive plan. The 30% off works out like that. So whatever you do, you're going to make a significant saving. And the amount of people who tell me, oh yeah, I did Jane Plan, it actually saved me money. Because you're not going to the shops and buying lots and
Well,
lots of
our
stuff.
producer was saying how great it would be for perhaps a relative that doesn't like going to the shops or likes ready meals but just doesn't like the variety, you know, it's eating the same dinners all the time. There's so much variety. My auntie Cora, she got so bored of ready meals but had to have ready meals because, you know, the carers put them in the microwave,
Yes,
blah, blah, blah.
yes.
It was all very dull for her and she didn't enjoy eating in the end. Whereas I think if we could have had Jane Plan for her,
Exactly.
because there was such variety.
Yes, exactly.
And the balance.
She would have enjoyed
The fact
it.
It's nutritionally balanced.
That's the other nice thing.
Yes,
good.
exactly. And so many people who are a little bit older or can't leave the house do use Jane Plan purely for the balance of it,
Yeah.
the nutrients, but also the convenience.
Delivered to your
You've
door.
got something delivered to the door. It's hot, it's healthy, it's hearty.
Doesn't have to be stored in a fridge or
No.
a freezer. It can just be left in that box if you like, popped into a cupboard. And when you see how it actually arrives, it comes in a plain brown box.
Yes.
So nobody knows what your secret box
And
is.
they will leave it on the doorstep, so you don't
Fabulous.
have to worry about being in. Yes,
Brilliant.
exactly.
And that's the book we've looked at earlier. And then you'll have your 28 lunches, your 28 snacks, and your 28 dinners.
Yeah,
Yes.
the fact you don't have to put it in a freezer. That was the reason my dad didn't like convenience meals, because his freezer would be
Oh,
full up.
yeah, really. Oh, it did
Used
used
to
to
wind
upset
him up,
him,
didn't
he?
it? This was great for him.
Also,
Yeah.
it takes ages to cook a frozen meal.
Yes,
Like
of
ages.
course, yeah. This is minutes. And the preparation as well, there's lots of choice when it comes to preparation, whether it's microwave, whether it's on the hob, whether it's in the oven. I love that as well, convenience-wise.
Yes, exactly. It is very easy. It's very convenient. It's very tasty. And also, you're not alone. You're joining the Jane Plan family.
And it is a family.
It is,
yeah.
whether you want to talk to a nutritionist, whether you want to go to the Facebook group, whether you want to go to the growing Instagram group. Oh, we forgot about the snacks.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget, you get snacks.
forget
We
the
did a day in the
snacks.
life off without a snack.
We did. I've
Even
replaced
chocolate
the
bars
broken
and
chocolate
things.
bar. I popped an apple on there because I don't want people to think, oh, do I have to have all that exotic fruit all the time? And, you know,
Bless.
everyone has an apple in their kitchen,
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah.
In their fridge, in their desk drawer, in their handbag. And it can be as simple as
So we can add in an
Dunking it,
apple a
yeah.
day if we like. You can add in some veg,
Absolutely.
add in some salad. The book talks you all the way through that as well. And remember, you've got the best deal that we've ever done. 30% off ongoing
Yep.
on any plan. But you do need to go to, of course, Jane Plan's website, but janeplan.com/TV.
Yeah.
Because our deal is better than the Black
It
Friday.
is.
So
That
you
takes
need
you
to-
to our dedicated
You
page
need to go
as
to
well.
our special page.
yes.
And then use the code TV30. But remember, only for 24 hours, and those hours are disappearing. So
Disappearing.
only up until midnight tonight.
It's also a launch offer.
Yes.
I don't think we
Well, you're hoping that
I-
all the people that do the money are actually in bed and don't
yeah,
realise
I
what's
know,
going on.
exactly. I just want to, it's a launch offer. No, it really is actually,
Yeah.
because you know it's such a pleasure to be back here and working with you guys. We really want to do something very special.
And it really
also
is.
quite conscious this time of year, money is quite tight for people.
Yes.
We've got Christmas coming,
And everything's gone up so much, hasn't it? So
Exactly.
to have such a great deal.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is, don't hang on hoping there's going to be a January sale.
Get it
because
whilst we've
we
got
are,
it.
we are in the
Jane's
January
not
sale.
planning to do this deal again, it sounds. And don't forget, you can as well. The other wonderful thing is, if you're at home thinking, oh, looks great, I wish I could taste
Yes,
it,
yes.
we can try it.
Yes, absolutely. You can basically try for free 5 entire days. So you'll get your box with 28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners and 28 snacks. You can eat 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 5 dinners, 5 snacks. If at the end of those 5 days you think, not quite for me, not sure I like it, you just give us a call, drop us an email. We'll arrange a collection of that box and you will receive a full refund, including the 5 days that you have
Brilliant.
eaten. A little collection charge there, just bear
There's a
that in
collection
mind.
charge, but that is
Yeah.
that's phenomenal, isn't it? So you can actually taste the food, which is fabulous.
It is all about stories and what people have to say when it comes to Jane Plan. We can talk about it all night because we all love it. But let's take a little listen to what other people had to say.
Having lost 2 stone in weight and 5 inches off my waist, I feel fantastic. My clothes fit more comfortably, I've got so much more energy, and I love going for a walk. Jane Plan has changed my life.
I put them in the microwave, 2 minutes, and they're done. The meals are all varied and delicious. I've lost 2 stone 4 pounds. I've still got more to lose, but the current weight loss has made a huge difference to my life.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Jane Plan if you want to lose weight. First, it really works. I've lost 3.5 stone in 5 months. Yes, it's 3.5 stone. 2, all my pre-prepared meals are delivered to my door. So no more big shops. I don't have to count calories and spend hours on food prep. Third is really, really good. There's more than 70 dishes to choose from. I would never find the variety if I was to do it myself.
I just love those smiley faces.
Great stories.
Because so often we do fail, don't we? We want to achieve a goal. Perhaps you want to get a little bit fitter. You want to fit into a dress a little bit easier, and then we try. Sometimes we try really hard, but my producer's just saying sometimes we make it too complicated. I think sometimes
Sometimes it is too hard to follow a plan.
You
This
know,
takes...
how many calories is
Yeah.
this, and can I mix those foods together? And how much should I put on my plate? What is the right portion
Well,
size?
with Jane Plan, everything's organised for you, isn't it? First of all, you've got great portion sizes. The second thing for me is the food's interesting. It's
Yeah,
not
there's
dull.
such
It's the kind of
variety.
food that you would like to eat anyway. Now, we're showing you just a variety of the food here. Obviously, we've added vegetables and salad to it, and that makes, well, that gives you that variety.
And
that
you're
we're
allowed to
talking
do
about.
that. It comes with a really lovely little booklet that talks you through that you can add in sort of yogurt and milk in with your breakfast. You can add in salad
Yep.
and veg in with your meals. You can have You know, a snack, you get a snack a day, but you can have an apple a day if you wish alongside that. You really can get such variety, and all of a sudden, something that has perhaps always been difficult for you, perhaps you've got a really bad relationship with food, perhaps you just really struggle, perhaps I know for lots of us, we all eat for different reasons. We try to eat for the, you know, the right foods, but sometimes it gets really difficult, especially if you're working shifts and you're coming in late and you're busy, and then you're going out and you've forgotten to do your lunch, so then you buy a sausage roll that's greasy, or you buy that big sandwich because you've got to be quick and grab something, and then you look at all the calories that are in that sandwich.
But that's the thing, it is quick and it is convenient to do that, but it's not a good result at the end. But this is quick, this is convenient.
Yeah, because all you do is you grab your soup, you run out to work, and that soup now is ready for you to throw into the microwave at work, and going to keep you fuller for longer because the right ingredients are in there. It's that helping hand, isn't it? Because it can get very confusing. And Jane makes it so easy. She gives you a great choice of breakfasts, and you know you've got a healthy breakfast that's going to be tasty and delicious. And
it's not the same breakfast every day. You're seeing a variety of breakfast there. The mueslis, the fact you've got porridge oats, you've got the bars available if you want to go for those. Remember, this is an example. This is an example of what you can put together yourself if you wish, or you can go for the nutritionist choice. We're looking at the lunches up here, the soups. What a collection of soups. But it's not just soup, is it?
No, then you've got sort of hot pots, you've got salads, you've got such a variety of lunches, and that's what keeps it interesting. You'll actually, I felt I ate better when I was eating Jane Plan, because I did have a breakfast, a lunch and a dinner. So often I'll miss out on breakfast, or so often I'll miss out on a lunch. And the great thing is you get the opportunity to have a tasty breakfast, a tasty lunch, a fabulous dinner. It works out, if you are doing the 8-month plan, and you can choose whatever plan you want to do, it works out as $6.22 a day, food-wise. And what that means, if you break that down, what we've done is we've taken £1 off for your snack, because of course you've got a snack, and then we've divided by 3 for your breakfast, your lunch and your dinner. So it works out at £1.74 a meal for that lasagna, for that curried sweet potato butternut squash soup, which is amazing.
And on the 8-month plan, that is the best value of all.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? And that's what these prices,
and if you change your mind, you think, well, I don't want to carry on the 8-month plan, Jane was telling us how you can change.
Yeah, it'll just change the price difference.
It'll just change the prices for you. So you choose, you go onto our website.
Sorry, you'll still get your 30% off, obviously.
Yeah, you get your 30% off absolutely every plan using the code TV30. But we do need to go to this website.
Yes, it is very important. janeplan.com/TV. That takes you to the exclusive discount page, and choose which plan you want to go for, and there's your discount code box. You must put in TV30 and it'll drop the price by 30%. It'll do it now, but it'll be an ongoing discount, and that's why it's so important that you take advantage of this today.
And it'll do it now, but tomorrow, so we're into today already, aren't we? What day is it now? Thursday?
No idea.
Oh, it's Friday. No, it's Friday. It's Friday now, isn't it? So it's
our day off.
This deal is only till midnight tonight. That's the deal, up until midnight tonight. So if you do it tomorrow, which is Saturday, which I'm going to go and get 2 tyres changed on my car, it's going to be an expensive day.
Living the dream.
You will actually click on and think, oh no, I've missed the 30% off, because it's only up until midnight. So you do it right now, because sadly, like me, I've got to sort the car out tomorrow. You'll have to, I bet you'll get up in the morning, you'll have to take the kids to school, you'll go to work, you'll go shopping, this will happen and that will happen. You'll go to bed, you'll wake up on Saturday and think, I didn't order the Jane plan. I wanted to, I meant to. Do it now so you don't forget.
Now, remember, when you do go through, you've got a couple of different choices. You've got the nutritional choices, which are chosen meals for you, the nutrition's choice. You'll get a selection.
I think that's quite nice, because I think it will make you try different things, but you can change some things if you like. And I think it gives you a variety, and then you can start picking your favourites.
Yeah, or you can create your own. And if you do want to create your own, and you choose meals that you then change your mind about, you can go back and change them.
You can chop and change all the time, which is brilliant. But the nice thing is, you can eat them. If you're vegetarian, you click on the vegetarian, it'll just bring up that selection for you. So you've got the choice there. Really great options, great choices, and so easy for you then, if you do have a particular favourite to order. You could order 28 of one meal if you like, but don't do that because there's so much variety. But you could order more of a certain thing that you absolutely love. So you'll do your dinners, you'll choose your 28, your lunches, you'll choose your 28, your breakfast, you'll choose 28, your snacks, you'll choose 28. You'll confirm. If you haven't put them all in, it won't let you confirm. It makes sure you've got everything you should have, and then that will be delivered to your door. And that will be delivered to your door, and if you like, it can stay in the box until you want to eat it. You know, as and when you want a meal, you take it out of the box, because none of it needs to go into a fridge or a freezer. So I think that was a really good point about your dad.
Yep.
And we tried to get him on the frozen dinners. And it drove him potty because it was like the freezer's just.
It was like
full.
the Meals
Can't
on
fit
Wheels type service.
Fit it in the freezer. It really.
Everything was frozen.
Yeah.
So it drove him mad because he couldn't put anything else in the freezer.
Yeah.
Whereas this, storage-wise, no fridge, no freezer.
I think that's a really
and the
good
dates are brilliant on everything. And we'll get Jane to talk us through why those dates are so good. No preservatives, remember.
And don't start your healthy eating plan in the new year. No. Start it now. Start it right now. Feel that little bit better perhaps for Christmas when you meet your family and your friends. And then you've already begun your journey, because this is a journey. It's getting that right balance into your life. It's getting the right portions and calories onto your plate. And my goodness, there's been some fabulous results for so many people. You don't have to listen to us. You can go onto Jane's website and see people's stories.
Definitely do that, yeah, because there's loads of stories. We looked just before the show and people's results that they got with Jane Plan.
Yeah, but this is Suzanne, and we've met Suzanne, and she was thrilled with Jane Plan.
My name's Suzanne Dibble. I'm 42. I know I don't look it, and have 2 small girls, and I'm also an incredibly busy businesswoman. I run 4 businesses. I had one thing in my life that I needed to change. You know, I'd read all the great testimonials about the success stories, and having tried and failed many times by myself, and I'm a high-achieving A-type personality, but weight loss just had, it had won basically. And I decided, right, this was it. I'd read all the, I really loved the idea of Jane Plan, and I thought, right, this is it. This time I'm going to succeed. And I'm very pleased to say that I did. Where I always fell down was in the preparation side of things. I'd come down after a busy day at work, I'd put the kids to bed, it's 7, half 7, and you think, what shall I have to eat? You look in the cupboard, you realise you've not actually done the shopping that week, and there's some frozen foods that aren't the healthiest, and you grab those. And for me, probably the thing about Jane Plan that allowed me to stay on track, and that in my mind makes it so superior to the other offerings out there, is the fact that they deliver 30 days of the food in advance. I came downstairs at 7 o'clock, I looked down my menu, and I was thinking, oh, well, shall I have chili con carne or Thai curry, or, whatever delicious offering it was. And it was that flexibility of being able to decide what I felt like eating at that time, with the ease of actually just going in the cupboard, picking it out, warming it up and steaming a big plate of veggies, that made it so easy, and is what kept me on track. I was on the plan for 4 months, and I honestly cannot remember, other than those first 3 days, a time when I was hungry. In fact, I'd say I was probably, over full at times because I used to do a big plate of steamed veggies with it. Jane Plan also let you do a extra portion for your husband. So evening meal for the husband at a really reasonable price. And my husband loved it. I mean, I don't know what this says about my cooking, but when I ended Jane Plan, he was actually very disappointed.
We all love that.
Yeah, I know. It's
Jane
so
loves
funny.
it the most.
Yeah. exactly.
And you know Suzanne quite well now, don't you? It's lovely because you get to know a lot of the people that
in fact, a lot of the videos actually shot in my own home.
Oh, fabulous.
Well, because as I said earlier, it's a bit like joining a family. You're getting a lot of support, as well as obviously all of your food and the amazing results. But yes, Suzanne is regularly in touch because she dips in and out of Jane Plan. I don't think she's with us at the moment, but I could almost guarantee she'll be back straight after Christmas. But well, she might be if she's watching tonight. I don't know. I don't know.
With this deal.
And how fabulous. I mean,
yes, I know, quite a transformation. That blue dress is a size 10, and she started her Jane Plan journey at a size 14, but she didn't realise how much weight she's lost. And I think this is quite common, actually, that people don't they still see themselves as they used to be.
And yes, when she went to choose the dress, she was in the wrong sizes in the dress shop.
Yes.
And they were like, no, you need to go to the size 10 area. She was like,
Yes,
what, really?
exactly.
And of course, this is over a really good period of time. As
Yes,
you say,
exactly.
Suzanne dips in and out of Jane
Now it's
Plan.
about
so,
weight maintenance
So, yeah,
for her.
it's sort of become part of her,
Exactly.
her life. Because when people lose a lot of weight very quickly, that's not good. You want to lose... and obviously, we're not guaranteeing you're losing weight. This is, and actually, this isn't about losing weight. This is about a healthy eating plan. This isn't a diet. But if you do lose weight quickly, so often you just put it back on, don't you?
Exactly. I mean, I think NHS guidelines suggest a healthy 1 to 2 pounds a week, and we absolutely, that's exactly where we are as well. And I think with Suzanne, actually, it's worth mentioning that that was probably filmed in about 2000 and, I can work this out now, 15.
Right.
So, I mean, our time has slightly flown. So 9 years later, that's how much she loves Jane Plan. She still comes bames when, you know, she wants to just get herself back into shape. Yeah, it really does make.
And that's testimony to the food. You know, the food is just so fabulous.
Exactly, and it makes her life easier because, you know, she put the kids to. Well, the girls probably put themselves to bed now, don't they?
Yeah,
probably.
She said that. She said they put the kids to bed.
Yeah, they'll be.
Yes, exactly.
More grown up now.
And actually, that was filmed, I think, in 2015, 16. But as I know, she's still with us. I know she's still got that blue dress.
Well, yeah, and we met her actually because she came to our previous studios and came on the show. And the thing that I always remember her for, because I had a little chat with her, she was like, she said, you know, the best thing.
Yes.
I could buy long boots and I could zip them up.
Yes, I know. And this time of year, that's quite important.
Yeah.
Especially when it's quite cold.
I could zip up long boots.
Yes.
So whatever your goals may be, if you just know that perhaps you're not eating the right portions, that you really struggle with eating the right things, Jane Plan does all the hard work for you.
Absolutely.
And the nice thing is, you also assist, because we were saying earlier about we can add in yoghurt and we can add in veg. You also talk about what we should be drinking and things as well.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we take the approach that nothing is off the menu, nothing is banned, but it's all about making informed choices. So we're coming out to a time of year where a lot of people might be interested in having a few glasses of wine or beer or whatever. Loads of advice about that. In the Hub, we've got several articles written by experts about making your right choices around alcohol, particularly coming into the Christmas season, or if you want to cut down, how to actually cut down, or maybe you can have an approach where you just have it one night a week, or you're the designated driver, or you change to a slimline tonic, or whatever it may be.
All that support's there.
Exactly. And of course you can drink teas and coffees. So nothing really is banned on Jane Plan. It's about making the right informed choices. And in fact, talking of choices, although I said Suzanne was actually filmed some time ago, we saw a photograph of a lady called Harry earlier, and then we also saw Michelle and Alison and Debbie in that video clip. And that was all done at my house. And the photographer who came that day is now on Jane Plan. She was like, I can't photograph all these people. I had no idea. It was so easy, so tasty, so successful. And I've met all these people whose lives have literally changed.
Yeah.
So she's now on Jane Plan.
She joined. That's good.
And there's so many people that the rest of the family then start Jane Plan, don't they?
Well, I think you were talking about a guy called who I think it was Ant, who's on our website, a man. He chose to do Jane Plan for all sorts of reasons. He was not in the best place in life. Life's full of ups and downs, isn't it? And he'd definitely not been on an up for a long time.
Okay.
Anyway, he wanted to deal with his weight. That was one of the things he thought was causing him a problem. And he went on Jane Plan for that reason. He was so successful. His mum did it, his dad did it, his brother's wife.
Brilliant.
Some other cousin.
Yeah,
I mean,
I love the fact that all these stories are on your website as well.
Yes,
People, you share those stories. Absolutely spectacular.
And it might be your story next if you're ordering. And do remember, use the code, get onto Jane's website, janeplan.com/TV. You must go onto that page because that is our personal page. This is exclusive to ITV1 and STV viewers, so it's your exclusive page. There's the details. Take a photo of that page. You can ring, and what that will happen, what you see, it'll actually capture your number, and then you'll call back. Later on today.
So basically there's no one there right now, but we've got an extra team on tomorrow morning, and from 9 o'clock they'll start making callbacks. So we just capture the number.
Great.
If you are calling from a withheld number, there is a different system for that. Oh no, actually, we just remind you your number's withheld, and we ask you to send an email if that's
great.
Right.
So go to the website.
So great.
Brilliant.
So
Yes,
send it.
exactly.
Brilliant.
So
we'll tell you.
Exactly.
So we're going to run you through the variety of food, and we're going to pretty much do a day in the life of Jane
Yes,
Plan.
of course, another one, absolutely. Well, start or end or have in the middle of your day, your
Yes.
Jane Plan. This is a breakfast. This is the classic granola. I've got a little bowl of berries there. I'm going to pour my granola on. I'm going to add a splash of milk, and then I am good to go. It's a super easy breakfast. We've got some bananas here, and I think if you're someone who likes to work out, sometimes adding some more fibre in and things like that can really, really help. Now, exercise is not compulsory on Jane Plan. We love you to be more active. We love you to move more in your lives. Thank you. That's my new food stylist. Thank you for that. But if you can't, I don't want anyone to worry about that. We have plenty of people on Jane Plan who, for whatever reason, are not able to move around easily, or maybe they're housebound, or maybe they're chair-bound. And we have lots and lots of exercises in our hub where you can go to get all of your information.
Oh, that's
for
great. So
people
again,
who are very active,
And for
medium
people-
active,
So for all levels.
Lovely.
sedentary.
Great.
Yes,
How
exactly.
great is that?
Even chair exercises.
Because again, it's getting that right balance in life,
Yeah.
isn't it? Getting that healthy eating plan, getting that little bit of movement, however much that movement
Yes,
may be, or however
exactly.
little that movement. But it's good to get that right balance over everything.
Yes.
Which the great thing is, you've got Jane to help you through all of that, or Jane's website, which is
Now,
brilliant.
we should look at the variety of breakfast, because it is a real variety that you get, whether it's muesli, whether it's porridge, whether it's the breakfast bar. Such a great selection that you just don't get bored on Jane Plan.
You don't get bored, and they're all super easy. You can eat them all on the run. You can have them as dessert if you want to. There is the breakfast bar, which I haven't actually... Well, actually, I might have a breakfast bar somewhere this evening. I'll see if I can
It is.
find
It's on the front of the table, I think.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. The
Oh,
breakfast
she's off.
bar.
I couldn't get it, and I'll put it on.
She's off to find it. And
I'll
this is
find
the great thing. The variety means that you enjoy being on the plan. There she is, sneaking the breakfast bar. Look at that. Thought you were going to bring it over so we could try it.
I'm going to bring it as well. That's what I'm just putting one there. Woo! I'm going to
Now,
take.
remember,
I've got the
you
other
must
one.
go to janeplan.com/TV, and you must use the code TV30. You'll get 30% off whatever plan you choose, and that is an ongoing 30% off.
Yeah, you're locking in your price for life, basically,
Great.
for the duration of your plan until you've decided, I'm done now.
Best deal we've ever done with you, Jane.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's nice, isn't it, the breakfast bar?
Straight in, look
Yeah.
at that.
It is like a flapjack.
It is very flapjacky. And it's not surprising we have so many shift workers on Jane Plan. So police, fire people,
delicious.
health workers, call centre workers, because there's so much flexibility. And you can have your breakfast bar literally whenever you actually like.
I was going
brilliant.
to
Any time
share
of
it,
the
but
day.
I don't think I am.
No, don't share it. Don't share it. We'll have some. We'll have the naked beef burrito.
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
need you.
No, exactly.
We don't need you.
I'm still on breakfast.
So that's one of the breakfasts. We're going to go to lunch now, aren't we?
Yes,
Jane?
so I have got here the naked beef burrito. So, and if people are wondering why it's called that, it's because it doesn't have a wrap.
Yes.
So that doesn't mean you couldn't add a wrap in. We tend not to encourage adding things like bread, potato, pasta, rice, because it's all in the meals.
yeah.
So the naked beef burrito is quite rich in a gorgeous rice. It's got beautiful beans in there for that extra protein, that extra fibre. It's got lean ground beef. It's got a real lovely flavour. Just a little bit of lettuce, tomato and cucumber there. But as always, you can just do this. You don't have to. You don't have to sort of do all the extras. You can be like the lovely Sam in Eastbourne, who was in that amazing major mainstream channel show and was so life-changingly successful. In fact, I hear this all the time. It changed my life.
And that's a huge statement, but for so many people, that's exactly what it
so many
did.
people. And whether that's a wedding dress, whether it's walking up the stairs, whether it's just easing the back pain, breathing more easily, getting into a pair of jeans, wearing a bikini at 50, whatever it may be. It doesn't have, changing life doesn't always have to be some sort of thing that's like sort of considered a little bit sort of dramatic.
That's it. You don't have to be running marathons, or it's just something that makes your days
Exactly.
a little bit better.
Exactly.
It's a food plan, but all that advice is there as well from the nutritionist. That's what I absolutely love.
That smells
about
lovely, doesn't it?
Oh, is there a spare fork for me?
Oh,
to try
yes,
that,
yes,
Jane?
yes. You have the naked
Seeing
beef
as
burrito.
Hayley ate a whole breakfast.
and I'm going to get the cottage pie out of the oven. So this is the meat cottage pie.
That looks so
I know that
good.
because we've had the lentil one already. So please note, people sometimes say, oh, will I be hungry? Well, it's very sizzly, guys.
The portions are really
This
good.
is one portion.
Portions,
The
yeah.
only thing that's been added there is that little tiny slice of the low-calorie mozzarella. It's bubbling away there. This is one cottage pie.
And we could have done that in the microwave, but
Could
you've
have done
done
the
that
microwave, yeah.
in the oven.
I've done that one in the oven. I like them in the oven.
Everything can go in the microwave, so if you want to take things into work and you've got a microwave
Yes.
at work, you can microwave, but you can use
Exactly.
the oven. And then some things like the soups we can do on the hob.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
We have a lot of people who use Jane Plan in their holiday homes, particularly if they've got a caravan, something like that, because they're so easy to store, they're so easy to heat,
Yeah.
they're so deliciously nutritious.
That's good. Because we don't need to put anything in the fridge, the freezer.
Nothing goes in the fridge, nothing goes in the freezer. It comes delivered to your door, ready to basically heat and eat. And that's, I'm just looking at all the lovely gravy and the mashed potato. Again, so the sourcing of the ingredients is very important to us. We only use the very highest quality ingredients. So these potatoes are grown in the field right next door to the kitchen.
How fab.
We're predominantly using a British beef, which is very rare nowadays. I know people are like, where are you getting? So we're very, very, very careful about where absolutely everything comes from. Our oat cakes, which is one of our best-selling snacks, are made in the Orkney Islands, which is the home, obviously, of the oat cakes. These little shortbreads. This is a lemon shortbread. These are made in a bakery right round the corner from our office.
Oh, wow.
This little shortbread here with the chocolate on it is a Lancashire farmhouse one. But it's not all about sweet snacks. We've also got nuts, seeds, we've got whole almonds, we've got cheesy straws, barbecue curly corn chips. Because you know what it's like when you have a packet of crisps? I'm the sort of person who opens a family packet of crisps and finishes a family
Well,
packet.
you know one of our friends very well, and that's
I
what he
do,
does.
exactly.
He goes through that whole family
Yes,
bag.
exactly.
And that's what a lot of people do, isn't it? Once you start,
It's so hard to
It's like,
stop.
it's like when you open a biscuit, a whole packet of biscuits, you have
Yes,
one,
I
then
know,
you have another
exactly.
one,
Yeah.
then you
Which
have
is
another
why
one.
we individually wrap all of our snacks, just to stop
Yeah,
that,
that's
that
good.
sort of situation.
And I like the
going
fact you've got the
on.
variety, because some of you'll think, oh, that's nice at 11 o'clock in the morning, but then
Yes.
if you're sat watching a movie at night...
Yes, you might want something slightly different.
Yeah, the savoury
Or if you're feeling a bit nibbly when you get home from work in the
Yes.
evening, you might want to go for the cheese straws. And
Yeah.
then while you've got your Jane Plan in the microwave. I'm going to do another curry, actually. So this is the Thai chicken curry this time. I'm going to pop...
Oh, I bet that's nice. I don't know if I've tried the Thai chicken
I don't
curry.
know, actually. It's
Is that
quite
fairly new? Yeah.
Quite new.
Yeah, I don't think I've
did you
tried
try
that.
the burrito? The burrito.
The burrito is
Really?
Burrito's
lovely,
really
yeah.
nice. That's our
Haven't
second best-selling lunch next to the smoky bean chilli.
And you've got such a variety of lunches, haven't you?
Yes, exactly. Now, we have very interestingly recently introduced 3 shakes to Jane Plan.
Oh, right.
We've always been a bit anti-shakes, if
Yeah.
I'm really honest, but people kept asking and asking. But I want to really emphasise, we're not a shake-based diet. They're high in protein, they're high in fibre, and they're for those people who just need that little extra convenience.
I think it's
So-
great for variety as well.
Yes.
though,
Yeah,
Jen, like you
absolutely.
say.
Exactly. So, so that's a really nice thing for people who are watching tonight and thinking, well, actually, I'm an Uber driver, or I'm a train driver, or I'm at a nurse's station all night, and I will not be able to get near that microwave.
Right.
How am I supposed to have?
And what
my
do we do
meal?
with our shakes? How do they come?
They come in a little powdery packet, and you add a skimmed or a semi-skimmed milk, and you
lovely.
don't need to shake them. You can whisk them.
Ah, that's
Yes.
good. So you
And they're
don't.
high in protein and high in fibre.
Lovely.
So yes, so they're just so people know that if they want that extra little bit of
Well, again, like you
Well, I
said, it's
love-
nice variety.
And I
isn't
love
it?
that it's a viewer's or a customer's request as
So,
well,
yeah,
isn't it?
yes.
That's why you introduced it.
Exactly. And actually, we resisted for a while, and then when we introduced them, they sold so quickly we ran out of stock.
Oh,
It was a
how
bit
funny.
embarrassing, actually.
Isn't it funny?
I know, exactly. But we love people talking to us. So if anyone is watching tonight who's done Jane Plan, who's reordering, but has got any ideas, please do give us a
Right.
call. In fact, we've got a mac and cheese to share with you, which is
Oh.
also a meal as a response to customer feedback. I've just got to get a little...
Our gallery are very excited about mac
Yes,
and cheese.
I know.
That
They're
is a
exactly.
favourite.
They're thinking delivery to the gallery, I think.
Now,
Yes.
remember, you have got the best deal we've ever done with Jane Plan. And when Jane Plan's been on ITV, I should say, before, and STV, always so popular. But we've never done a deal like this. You're saving 30% on every plan, whatever plan you want to go to. Only for 24 hours, only up until midnight, and you do need to use that code.
Yeah, it's janeplan.com/TV, and you must, when you go through to the checkout area, use the code TV30. The value that you see here is based on the 8-month plan, but it's a rolling discount. We're talking about a 30% discount that goes on until you want it to.
Until
exactly.
you've achieved your goals, until you're ready. You can dip in and out as well, which is fantastic, and you get all the details on the website. But you can see there that if you are going for the 8-month plan, it's only £6.22 a day, and that works out meal-wise, taking £1 off for your snack, because you get a snack, for your breakfast, lunch and dinner, dividing it by 3, £1.74 a meal. So the meal you're dishing up now, £1.74.
Well, I don't know. I live in London, so life's expensive in London, but I do know how much a Thai takeaway costs, and I know that it's well over £15 in London.
For one dish.
Yes. Now, maybe we're not comparing like with like there. Maybe we should be comparing it more with a supermarket ready meal. I don't know.
To be fair, Jane, we're in the Midlands, and for the main course that you're serving up, it's about £14.
Yes, exactly. But even compared to a supermarket ready meal, it comes in incredible value. But actually, I think
you get very little for £1.74, don't you?
Yes,
meal-wise.
exactly.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Again, my mum's like, they've gone up again.
Yes,
you know, sometimes you used to
exactly.
get a deal if you bought 3, but that deal's gone up another £1.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
up
exactly.
another £1. So however you compare it, it's exceptional value for money. And that smells delicious.
It's really good. So I just served it with nothing there on the plate initially. I'm sprinkling some pomegranate seeds over. I've added a few crunchy radishes. You might want to put a bit of lime on. You might want a bit of coriander. I think we've got some coriander here.
And don't forget, there's a book that comes alongside this, which is brilliant, which will give you all the ideas of what you can add in, give you ideas of what would be good to drink. So you've got loads of help in that book as well. So if you get home and you think, and you get your package home and you think, hang on a minute, I can't remember what Jane said I can add in with my actual muesli and things, it's all in there.
It's all in there. It's a great guide, and all the contact details are in there, the nutritionist, personal stories in there again, because that's what Jane Plan's all about. It's about personal stories and personal results. Now, we've not tried this before.
I know. Would you guys try? Why don't you try it?
Thank you very much, because this is a new one to us.
Yes, it is. It's really, really delicious, actually.
And it is like one of our favourite
no,
meals.
It's really gorgeous.
It will be a good test, actually, because this would be your takeaway choice, wouldn't it? Oh,
yes,
look
really
at that.
How often do you get a takeaway, though, and actually slightly regret it?
Isn't that funny you say that?
Yes, I know, because I often, especially if I'm very hungry.
Our director's saying every time.
Yes.
And we so often do, don't we? Think, why did we do that?
Yes, exactly.
That tastes beautiful. And if you do have a takeaway night, everybody else can still have their takeaway.
Yes, absolutely.
You've got your takeaway, but no, you've got the healthier option.
Exactly.
Isn't that
And I think it's
lovely?
worth talking about eating with the friends and family, etc., especially at this quite sociable time of year we're about to enter. So many Jane planners will sit down with their Jane plan meal, and everyone else, they can sit around the table, because you can all share a salad or the veggies, and they can have their meal, and everyone else can have their own meal. So it does fit in really well in that respect. It's not like you're hiding in the kitchen, kind of, you know, having something completely different to everybody else. But the other thing you can do, of course, on the website is you can buy the partner meals.
Yes.
So just like Suzanne did for her husband, if your husband or your wife likes a Thai chicken curry and you're on Jane Plan, you can just get a whole bunch of those at the checkout.
Great.
And then you're not, you know, you don't feel like you're kind of, oh, well, I've got no one joining me.
Differently. It's been such a fantastic night. It's been lovely to have your company. It's been fabulous to have Jane. It's been fabulous to have this deal. But it's also lovely to hear from viewers just like yourself and the difference Jane Plan made.
Having lost 2 stone in weight and 5 inches off my waist, I feel fantastic. My clothes fit more comfortably, I've got so much more energy, and I love going for a walk. Jane Plan has changed my life.
I put them in the microwave, 2 minutes, and they're done. The meals are all varied and delicious. I've lost 2 stone 4 pounds. I've still got more to lose, but the current weight loss has made a huge difference to my life.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Jane Plan if you want to lose weight. First, it really works. I've lost 3.5 stone in 5 months. Yes, 3.5 stone. 2, all my pre-prepared meals are delivered to my door. So no more big shops. I don't have to count calories and spend hours on food prep. Third is really, really good. There's more than 70 dishes to choose from. I would never find the variety if I was to do it myself.
I love those clips. I love the big smiles. Achieving your goals can be fantastic, can't it? And perhaps you've just really struggled to get that right balance in life to help you achieve your goals. And that's what Jane Plan's all about. I've dieted virtually most of my life, and sometimes you're successful, sometimes then of course you put that weight back on because you stop dieting, go back to normal life. It's getting that balance in life. It's eating the right portions, it's eating the right calories. And Jane Plan isn't a diet, it's a healthy eating plan.
And we consistently say that throughout the shows that we do, because it's about that balance. It's about the fact that the portion control's done for you.
The variety's there as well.
The taste is there.
Yeah,
what did we just say in that break? We were like, that Thai curry, oh my word, the sauce is spot on.
Absolutely delicious. And the great thing is, you know, the sizes are right, the portions are right. You can add in a bit of salad, a bit of veg, you can add some yogurt in or some fruit in with your muesli and things, and it comes with a great book that talks you through that. You don't feel like you're missing out.
Well, most diets you feel deprived of the things you like,
all of a sudden you can't eat certain things and you're hungry.
And that's why you go off and then go for all the bad stuff.
I always feel, and I come in and out of Jane Plan all the time, that I'm eating better when I eat with Jane Plan, because I am having a breakfast each day. I am having a really good lunch, not a real high-calorie sandwich or a greasy sausage roll, a proper lunch, a soup, a hot pot, a really delicious salad, and then I'm having a really tasty, delicious dinner, but not a dinner. You know, you look at these dinners. Hang on, was that lasagna? Was that a curry?
Was that a pasta?
Was that a curry? Did we have chicken tikka a minute ago? And you think, really, are they in a healthy eating plan?
They're all in the plan, because it's all about portion control and ingredients.
Jane does love her food. She loves her food, and she loves to give you the variety. And I think that's what really helps so many people succeed. And that's what it's about. It's finding something that works for you. But if you want this deal, you've got to remember, only till midnight. You've got to do it right now.
And it's a launch offer. Jamie's just saying she's not sure that she'll be able to do these kind of offers.
She's hoping their financial person isn't watching right now, because she's not sure if she really told them exactly what deal we were doing. Best deal we've ever done. Go onto the website, janeplan.com/TV. Either choose your menu, and you can choose your whole menu.
Yep. Or you can have the nutritionist choice, and it's chosen for you. There's a women's menu and a men's menu, because it gives you the perfect calories. However, if you want to choose your own, you go through, you choose 28 breakfasts, 28 lunches, 28 dinners. But make sure, very importantly, you use that code TV30. Gets you 30% off now, but that is an ongoing discount. This is what we couldn't believe.
Yeah.
That's great.
But it is only till midnight.
Yes. Good point.
Yes, exactly.
24 hours only. So do it now, if you're going off to bed now. Do it right now, because you know tomorrow, well, today, we're in today, aren't we?
Yeah.
It'll take over. You'll get up, you'll go to work, you'll take the kids to school, you'll go back to bed, you'll wake up on Saturday and think, I didn't do it. I've missed the deal.
And we have no other planned shows.
No.
Sadly.
And you don't know if they'll ever let you do this deal again.
No. Probably not.
They will
Remember, you can try it when you get it home. That's the other massive bonus.
Exactly. It's completely risk-free, if you like, in that respect.
Because you can try 5 days. You can do 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 5 dinners, 5 snacks. Check out the terms and conditions. If you decide it's not right for you, Jane Plan will actually come and collect it from you.
And there is a small collection charge, but
you
look,
get
this is what we've been waiting for.
Oh, sorry, the mac and cheese. We ran out of time.
I know.
Oh, that looks fabulous.
Yes, I know. So this is the mac and cheese, which is a new one. It's creamy, it's macky, it's cheesy.
Look how much there is. You're still dishing it up.
And I've deliberately added absolutely nothing, so people don't have to worry. I'm going to put some chives on the top.
With
just
Jane
because,
Plan, you don't feel like you're missing out. I feel like I'm eating really well, because the portion sizes are fabulous.
And I know we were talking about celebrities, but I saw a celebrity yesterday on Instagram having a Jane Plan meal.
Fabulous.
Someone who's probably getting up now because they're going to be on a show when you're all eating breakfast.
I
saw her. I didn't even know.
How great is that?
Good.
That is really tasty.
So good.
Jane, we've got to say a massive thank you. It's been so lovely to have you back.
Pleasure.
It really has been a pleasure. And what a deal you've bought us as well.
Oh, well, thank you. And I just hope that everybody gets it and gets out of it everything that all the people we've seen tonight. And of course, we've just seen a few of them because there are hundreds and thousands of Jane.
Well, have a look on Jane's website.
Yeah, and 40 million meals sold.
Wow,
Yes,
really?
What a
actually, it
figure.
says 30 on the website. We haven't updated it yet.
What a
Just
figure
in case
to end
everyone
on.
heard.
Absolutely, and you could be going into the next bunch of people, and perhaps achieving your goals, perhaps being one of the photos on Jane's website.
But you've got to do it now. You've got to use the code TV30, janeplan.com/TV, and use that code TV30. What a pleasure it's been. Thank you, Jane.
It's been a great evening. Thank you.
It's just that helping hand. It's getting the right balance in life, and I truly believe that's what Jane Plan can help you do. Check your baskets out.
Bye-bye.